Hey everyone, we've updated our channel name from Chinese Novel Audio Wave to Chinese Novel Audiobook. Nothing else will be changing. We're still uploading a new video every day, bringing you the best Chinese novel audiobooks. Let's dive into today's story. Chapter 21, Man-Eating Demon Tail Fengshuo. Sure enough, all 20 bottles of water he put on the shelves have been sold out. With a thought, material extraction. The original piles of low-quality metal sheets, low-quality wood, low-quality flax, and rags on the raft suddenly exploded in a big circle. Qin Tian looked at the pile of supplies that was almost half full of the raft. While feeling satisfied, he also took out the blueprint of the boat canopy from his pocket to check the advanced requirements. The reason why he traded this boat canopy blueprint is to cope with the next rainstorm. The second is to improve their quality of life. It's just that I didn't expect that after strengthening, the raft's blood volume would be additionally increased. This was definitely a pleasant surprise. Advanced advancement. 20 high-quality wood, 20 high-quality metal pieces, 20 high-quality ropes. Strengthening can increase blood volume by 600. These amount of resources are still expensive in the eyes of most newcomers. For Qin Tian at this moment, there is no pressure at all. Consume 80 low-quality wood, 80 low-quality metal, 20 high-quality linen, and 20 rags to synthesize the required materials. Qin Tian thought. Use sheet is selected. May I ask if the captain consumes 20 high-quality wood, 20 high-quality metal sheets, and 20 high-quality ropes to build an epic-class boat canopy? Put up. Qin Tian chose a position in the middle of the raft. Nod to confirm. With the disappearance of drawings and materials, a metal rectangular boat canopy of unknown material fixed by 8 metal frames appeared in front of Qin Tian's eyes. The azure blue canopy is about 2 cubic meters. The whole body is heavy. It looks stronger at first glance. The roof above extends even further forward, just to cover a lot of materials below. Avoid sun exposure. Qin Tian walked into the boat tent. Although the space is not very spacious, but without the scorching sun, it made him feel a little bit cool. Sit by the porthole of the multi-layered bulletproof glass. While enjoying the sea view outside, he opened the properties panel of his raft. Name: Excellent Raft Medium. Health Volume: 1400. Question mark. Attack: 77. Question mark. Defense: 35. Ordinary Advancement: 100 low-quality wood, 100 low-quality linen, 100 low-quality nails, which can be advanced to ordinary rafts large. High-quality goods advanced: ordinary wood 60, ordinary linen 60, ordinary nails 70, can be advanced into high-quality rafts large. Advanced advancement: 45 high-quality wood, 50 high-quality linen, 65 high-quality nails, can be advanced to the best raft large. 1400 HP. Qin Tian smiled satisfied when he saw this. This is invincible, with his blood volume, coupled with 2 ship crossbows and that must-hit talent. Among the group of rafts in this novice sea area, they are battleship-level existences. Comfortably unscrewed a bottle of water and took a few sips. After a short break, Qin Tian walked out from the boat tent, came to the side of the raft, picked up the wooden paddle and used the skilled detective technique. The plane map within a radius of 30 nautical miles was immediately unfolded. There are no treasure chests. There are only 2 barrels. But what caught Qin Tian's attention was the appearance of 2 raft icons next to each other on the edge of the map. His eyes flickered. He rowed the raft towards the direction of the 2 rafts. On the other hand, the chat interface was opened. Filter out some irrelevant chat content. He quickly saw the speech he suspected he was looking for. Help, I am Jin Xian from the Great Cold Empire, I was attacked by others. Question mark. He is speaking in Sakura Mandarin. Oh my god, he is torturing me, he is drinking my blood, please come and save me, as long as you save me, I can do whatever you want. Attached below is a photo of the man with a stern smile. These 2 pieces of information plus a photo immediately aroused heated discussions among countless people. Especially those chosen by the Great Cold Empire. They shouted and cursed even more excitedly. Damn Sakura country people, let go of our golden goddess. I'm a dog, I remember you. Don't let me meet you. When the time comes, I'll chop you up and feed you to the sharks. My god, Goddess Jin has actually become the god's chosen one. Who can help to save her? Goddess Jin, please send me your coordinates. Question mark. Coordinate sharing. Jin Xian at everyone. There is no hope. He is a devil. He broke my tendons and hamstrings. I don't want to live anymore. I just hope someone can kill him. Don't let this devil live again. Question mark. No, my goddess. Don't give up. ... Countless male god chosen from the great cold empire were so heartbroken that they couldn't breathe. And Qin Tian checked the coordinates shared by Jin Xian. It turned out to be a place not far from me. He immediately had a bottom line in his heart. I didn't expect to be so lucky. The first whetstone I encountered was Sakura Devil's man-eating demon Fengsho. Talk about this guy. There is little fame in the World of Warships now. But this guy is an out-and-out murderous maniac. Evil among people. A proper metamorphosis. In reality, he bears dozens of lives. After coming to this World of Warships, it is completely self-indulgent. After obtaining a boat crossbow, this guy not only went around killing gods chosen from all over the world. It is also referred to as S. Specifically pick those young women to start. And every time before eating, the video and photos of the torture and killing will be sent to the chat channel full of morbidity. He also claims to be the #1 foodie in World of Warships. Last life. It was calculated by video. Only the female chosen. This beast killed a total of 31 people. It has been included in the must-kill list by more than a dozen countries. But because of the legendary radar on his ship. Moreover, he is cautious by nature and never forms a team with others. Coupled with its awakened A-level talent, Swift Rush. Can run and fight. So until the Qin Tian ship was destroyed. This guy is not dead yet. On the contrary, it is because of constantly killing others and obtaining considerable supplies. Upgraded ships to cruisers. Among the chosen ones, he is also a powerful first-tier powerhouse. It made countless gods chosen who wanted to kill him angry and helpless. Chapter 22 Careless. But since Qin Tian met him in this life, naturally, this beast will not be allowed to grow smoothly according to the progress of the previous life. After all, once this kind of mad dog grows up, maybe one day it will bring him trouble in survival. Maybe not lethal, but absolutely disgusting. Think about it this way. Qin Tian immediately rowed the oars and approached the two rafts non-stop. But it didn't take long to drive. One of the original two rafts on the map disappeared. The other one moved in his direction and moved slowly. This made Qin Tian both surprised and pleasantly surprised. Qin Ji-un's raft sank. Were people dead or were they destroyed by the crossbow? Under normal circumstances, the ship of the Chosen One will sink only when the owner dies and the blood volume is cleared. Qin Tian glanced at the profile picture of Jin Xian, who was still speaking in the chat channel just now. Obviously, the Lord is still alive. In other words, Wei Fengsho now has a boat crossbow. This is after taking Jin Xian captive to his raft. Using a boat crossbow to sink Jin Xian's raft. In World of Warships, except those sea beasts, only ship weapons can cause damage to ships. Poor Big Star. Qin Tian mourned in his heart for 2 seconds. Then the oars flew. Row the raft and quickly approach each other. After about an hour, Qin Tian finally saw a small black dot at the end of the sea level. The sparkling sea, if not looked carefully, didn't notice at all. Qin Tian also saw from the map that his own raft icon and the opponent's raft icon were almost overlapping. Only carefully discovered the other party. As the raft continued to approach, the little black dot gradually became clear. It was a medium-sized raft like his. It can be vaguely seen that there are 2 figures standing and lying on the top. There is also a very bright ship crossbow installed in front of the raft. See here. The millions of people in Qin Tian's live broadcast immediately exploded. My god, no, is this perverted devil in Sakura country so memorized? Ha ha ha, great. Mr. Qin, please avenge the golden goddess. As long as I can kill this beast, I am willing to work for you. Being a cow or a horse? I'm going, this is a true fan. To be honest, Qin Tian's song is really good. Every time I listen to it, my scalp tingles. She is an absolute soul singer, but it's a pity that it's so lost in World of Warships. Brothers, I just came back from Qin Tian's live broadcast. It's too miserable. That Sakura man is simply a pervert, and he is terminally ill. Pervert is not enough to describe 1/1000th of his illness. I came back from Feng Shou's live broadcast room at the end. Good guy, almost the whole process is mosaic. ... And as the distance continues to approach, Wei Fengshou obviously also noticed Qin Tian's raft. Damn it, I don't meet people sooner or later, but I meet them at this time. He pulled up his pants cursingly. But after seeing Qin Tian's raft full of supplies and luxurious boat canopy, there was a greedy look in his eyes again. It's just that this greedy gaze was after seeing the boat crossbow on Qin Tian's raft. Immediately became highly vigilant. He hurriedly ran to the crossbow. He also manipulated the boat crossbow to aim at Qin Tian's direction. And on his raft, Qin Tian, who was originally blind-eyed and dead-faced, saw Qin Tian's raft from the side. Immediately, a dazzling light burst out in his eyes. She struggled to stretch out her blood-stained arm. It seems that they want to seize this rare hope. However, her weak body could not support her to make more movements. Finally, unable to lower her hand, she could only express her heart in the chat channel. Messenger sent from heaven, I beg you to kill this demon. Even if I die, I will continue to pray for you in another world. As soon as Kim Ji-eun posted the news, the world chat channel was shocked. What? Did that pervert in Sakura country meet someone? Who is it? God, please let my goddess be rescued smoothly. I hope that the person who appeared suddenly can win. This person from the Sakura country is mentally twisted and abnormal. Once he grows up, he will bring disaster to many people in the future. ... For these words in the chat channel, Qin Tian naturally didn't know. At this moment, all his attention is focused on the distance between the two sides. After visually inspecting the opponent's raft into the range of 300 meters, Qin Tian manipulated the legendary ship crossbow without saying a word, using the talent skill must hit to launch an attack. With the tremor of the crossbow string, the 3 crossbow arrows with the thinnest arms of the baby immediately shot towards the raft repaired at the rear with the sound of piercing through the air. Oh, ignorance! Seeing that Qin Tian actually started to attack, a contemptuous smile appeared on the corner of Wu Fengshu's mouth. Dare to fire at a distance of 300 meters. This guy looked like a noob with no common sense. It's just that when the 3 boat crossbows were effortlessly stuck on his raft, Wei Fengshou suddenly fell into a state of confusion. Baga, how is it possible? Why can this guy's boat crossbow attack so far? And why are there 3 arrows shot? Wei Fengshou couldn't figure it out. But at the moment, he didn't have time to think about it. Because Qin Tian is just such a wave of attacks. It has already emptied most of the blood volume of his raft. If there is another wave, then he's 100% done. Although he ignores life, mind twisted, but it doesn't mean he wants to die himself. Finally entered this unfettered world of warships. He also wants to realize his dream of beheading thousands of people and having a delicious banquet for 100 girls. Think like this. He immediately had a thought. Manipulate an arc-shaped route at the front end of the raft. Activate the A-level talent skill, Swift Rush. The raft quickly turned at a speed of 5 meters per second according to the semicircle of the arc he gave. Detoured away from the battlefield. Although this skill only lasted for 6 seconds. Only ran 30 meters away. But it is also enough to escape the range of 300 meters from Qin Tian. Qin Tian fired another wave of crossbow bolts and missed, watching Wei Fengshou pick up the wood pulp. Looking back at him resentfully while rowing a boat to escape desperately. Only then did he react. I was careless. Chapter 23, The Last Days of Shuo Ogata. Ogata is now on his 2nd day in World of Warships. He was far from the cunning, cruel, battle-tested murderous maniac in his previous life. Show off the power of the legendary ship crossbow by yourself. It would be strange not to scare the other party away. Oh, mistake, you should have waited for him to get closer and fire. Qin Tian patted his forehead annoyed. Then he picked up the wooden pulp and quickly paddled to catch up with the opponent. I have 3 years of survival experience in World of Warships. Although the raft was later upgraded to a ship, the rowing skills were rusty. But it's better than the ogre in front. Qin Tian is not afraid of exposing his strength. Mainly because of such a trouble. If he doesn't kill the opponent in one go, in all likelihood, you will suffer endless harassment from the other party in the future. Moreover, he has a canopy. Rowing is also done in the shade under the canopy. And what about Fengshu? How long can the opponent last under the scorching sun? Even if it is consumed, he can also consume the opponent alive. And the fact is just as Qin Tian thought. Even with the encouragement of life and death and his innate skills, Fengshu managed to escape for more than half an hour. But manpower will eventually run out. After using the natural skill for the nth time, the range of the boat crossbow on Qin Tian's raft was broken. He was finally exhausted. With chapped lips, he slowed down his paddling. At this moment, he felt that the wood pulp, which was originally light and insignificant, was as heavy as 1,000 catties. What was even more terrible was that Jin Zian appeared behind him dragging his limbs with severed tendons at some point. Then there was a sudden attack. He bit the flesh on his waist with his teeth. Fengshu jumped in pain. Shocked and angry. Subconsciously reach out and grab. But then the raft lost power. Soon Qin Tian overtook him from behind. When Fengshu got rid of Jin Zian, he slapped the latter down on the raft. He desperately found that Qin Tian was less than 200 meters away from him. Ha ha ha, shoot arrows. Destroy this raft. Kill him. Kill him. Ha ha ha. Jin Zian, whose mouth was full of blood, seemed to be crazy at this moment. Laughing and shouting in Qin Tian's direction. Fengshu glared at her fiercely with cannibalistic eyes. Then he hurriedly looked at Qin Tian's raft. Seeing that the latter really got up and walked to the crossbow, his face immediately changed wildly. Without warning, plop, knelt on the raft. He kowtowed to Qin Tian and shouted, "Your Excellency, be merciful, you and I have no grievances, why bother to force each other so hard?" Under the rules of World of Warships. What he said was automatically translated into Yanlong language that Qin Tian could understand. You must know this woman, Jin Zian, the most famous soul singer in the Great Cold Empire. As long as you let me live, how about I give this woman to you? Here here. He glanced at Jin Zian, who had many bruises on his body, and looked very miserable. Qin Tian shook his head, and then used the talent skill, must hit, on Fengshu's raft without saying a word. The 3 huge crossbow arrows arrived like tigers coming out of the cage with the sound of piercing the air in an instant. In Ogadashu's frightened and angry eyes, the raft he had just repaired was hit by 3 arrows in an instant. This time Qin Tian didn't give him another chance. When the skill cooldown expires, immediately, 3 more arrows were shot. Fengshu and Jin Zian didn't even have a chance to react. Accompanied by a pile of broken planks, all fell into the sea. Help, help, help me, poof. Fengshu stretched out his hand in the direction of Qin Tian's raft. Doggy planning to swim across. He was unwilling to give up the slightest chance of survival. But the inhuman Jin Zian who was hurt by him was determined to put him to death. By his side, like an octopus, it hugged him tightly with its 4 limbs. The 2 of them just rose and fell in the water. Maybe it was the smell of blood from Jin Zian's body. Not long, a dark triangular fin quickly swam over from the distant sea. Under Qin Tian's gaze, fins dive. Then Fengshu and Jin Zian, who didn't know it, were dragged into the sea in an instant. Soon, that area was stained red with scarlet blood. The churning waves gradually subsided. No, my goddess of wisdom and grace. Damn Sakura devil, damn dragon kingdom, why didn't you save my goddess? Obviously, they can be rescued easily by paddling the raft. MD, you stupid stick. Keep your dog eyes wide open to see clearly. It is impossible for Qin Shen to swipe past so quickly under such circumstances. Besides, Jin Xian's death has something to do with Qin Tian, and it's entirely because of the abnormality of the Sakura kingdom, okay. To put it bluntly, even if I, God Qin, killed Jin Xian in World of Warships, it would be reasonable. Question mark. Hey, poor Yanlong people, have you finally revealed your true colors? I knew that your so-called benevolence, righteousness and morality are all fake, and now I can't pretend anymore. Question mark question mark question mark question mark. You fart, when friends come, you have good wine, when jackals come, you have shotguns, and I, the people of Yanlong, are not mentally ill, only for friends who really belong to us. You mean friends? Ha ha ha, I laughed so hard. Do you have any friends in Yanlong Empire? Your friends have long since abandoned you and isolated you alone. On this land, decline and perdition are the next affiliation of your Yanlong Empire, so just accept your fate obediently. ... I saw these speeches of the crooked fruit devil. Countless Yanlong people in the live broadcast room clenched their fists furiously. But they couldn't find any reason to refute it. Because the current Yanlong Empire really doesn't have many friends. More than a year ago, no matter how difficult it is for the chosen ones of the Yanlong Empire to awaken any decent talent, those allied countries that had stood by and helped each other began to leave one after another. This includes the Sand Bear and Base Empire, which have always stood on the same side with the Yanlong Empire during peacetime. In the face of self-interest, they gave up the Yanlong Empire without hesitation. So, everything in the current empire depends on itself. Whether in this world, or World of Warships. ... The sparkling sea, Qin Tian stood on the raft. After confirming that there is absolutely no possibility of Fengshu and Jin Xian surviving, he paddled the raft and left here quickly. With the death of Ogata Shu, the supplies on his broken raft were also divided into half by the rules of World of Warships and became Qin Tian's spoils of war. Chapter 24 Upgrading the Ultimate Raft. Qin Tian glanced roughly. Nothing more than ordinary and commonly used materials such as planks, flax, metal sheets, and nails. And there are very few of them. Not even a drop in the bucket. As for the most precious ship crossbow, it did not burst out. However, an iron pot with a diameter of about 60 centimeters exploded. It was a pleasant surprise. Originally, he planned to trade a big pot with others if he couldn't open it in the past 2 days. It seems to be saved now. After tidying up the scattered supplies a little bit, Qin Tian opened the plane map with the detective technique. As if nothing happened, row the raft and continue towards the nearest material barrel to the west. This strong heart and adaptability amazed many people in the live broadcast room. And for the next 2 hours, Qin Tian only salvaged 2 material wooden barrels before it got dark. However, one of the barrels produced 10 loaves of bread. This put him in a very good mood. Night. With the presence of the canopy and the stove, Qin Tian finally didn't have to endure the biting coolness and sea breeze like yesterday. Drank some water. After eating 3 slices of grilled shark meat, he lay down in the narrow canopy and fell into a deep sleep. The next day, Qin Tian was awakened by a deafening thunder. He sat up and stretched. Feel the violent shaking of the raft like a roller coaster. He immediately got up and looked out the porthole. Seeing that the hot weather that was still unbearably hot yesterday turned into cloudy and thunderstorm weather today. The dark sky was struck by the purple lightning one after another terrifying cracks. The thunder was deafening. The waves are monstrous. It's like a doomsday scene. This scene made Qin Tian's complexion suddenly ugly. What's the situation? Why did the thunderstorm start on the 3rd day? The thunderstorm in his last life that he remembered only appeared on the 5th day after he entered World of Warships. Only lasted a day. Then came 2 consecutive cloudy days. Then began 3 weeks of extreme weather. Thunderstorms started on the 3rd day. It can be said that it completely broke many of Qin Tian's plans. Originally, he thought about using water to exchange more wood today. Then look around to see if you can catch some fish, or hunt down another elite shark monster. After the rainstorm, cook fish soup and sell it. As a result, the thunderstorm is now ahead of schedule. Everything is messed up. Couldn't it be the butterfly effect caused by his own rebirth and the early killing of Ogata Osamu? Or is it that the world I was reborn in is not the previous universe? Regarding this point, Qin Tian was completely puzzled. However, this did not prevent him from turning on the stove at the door of the canopy. A piece of fine wood was added directly to it. The clamminess of thunderstorm weather. Even in the canopy, he couldn't help rubbing his arms. Crackling, crackling. Just when Qin Tian put 3 pieces of shark meat on the stove and began to prepare his own breakfast. Suddenly it rained heavily. The wind howled. Some raindrops even fell into the boat tent. Some materials on the raft showed faint signs of being blown away in the turbulence and strong wind. See this scene. Qin Tian immediately used divine detective technique to open his raft attribute panel. Then find the advanced requirements. Advanced advancement. 45 high-quality wood, 50 high-quality linen, 65 high-quality nails, can be advanced to the best raft large. At this moment, he has 269 units of low-quality wood, 6 units of ordinary wood, 7 units of high-quality wood, 333 units of low-quality flax, 12 units of ordinary flax, and 22 units of high-quality flax. As for nails, he now only has 3 units of normal nails. But he has a lot of metal pieces. There are 18 units of high-quality metal sheets alone, 90 units of ordinary metal sheets, and as many as 452 units of low-quality metal sheets. At this moment, the supplies on the raft are about to be lost. So he decided to directly consume a large amount of supplies to upgrade the raft first. The rest of the squeeze can almost be stuffed into the canopy. And after the upgrade, with the area and weight of a large raft, it can float on the rough sea more safely. Do whatever comes to mind. Qin Tian first consumed 180 units of low-quality wood to produce 45 units of high-quality wood. Then consume 200 units of low-quality flax to produce the required 50 units of high-quality flax. Finally, 65 units of high-quality metal sheets were combined with 260 units of inferior metal sheets. Then he made these 65 units of fine metal sheets into 65 nails. May I ask if the captain consumes 45 high-quality wood, 50 high-quality flax, and 65 high-quality nails to advance the raft? Yes, as Qin Tian nodded for confirmation. The large pile of supplies on the raft disappeared immediately. Then the raft under the feet was wrapped in golden light. This time for a full minute. The light gradually dissipated. The raft that caught his eyes had turned into a dark brown boat. A 6x6 super strong raft with no gaps at all. Even if the waves and spray on the sea become more fierce with the help of the strong wind. But it is obviously much less threatening to the upgraded raft. Seeing this, Qin Tian's eyes moved. Then he cast divine detective technique on the brand new raft under his feet. Name: Ultimate Raft Large. Health Volume: 2000. Question mark. Attack: 77. Question mark. Defense: 45. Ordinary advancement: 200 low-quality wood, 200 low-quality linen, 200 low-quality nails, can be advanced to ordinary fishing boats, small. High-quality goods advanced: ordinary wood 150, ordinary linen 150, ordinary nails 150, can be advanced into high-quality fishing boats, small. Advanced advancement: 120 high-quality wood, 120 high-quality flax, 120 high-quality nails, which can be advanced into the best fishing boat, small. Hiss. 120 units of excellent grade material. See this number. Qin Tian couldn't help but sucked in a breath of cold air. That was nearly 500 units of inferior materials. Wait to upgrade to a ship. Do you need thousands of units of materials for each advanced step? Chapter 25: The Rainy Day That Came Early. Thinking about it, Qin Tian felt his scalp go numb. But after seeing the blood volume of the 2,000 ships, he felt it was all worth it. The blood volume of his large raft is almost equal to that of a large fishing boat. In this novice sea area, it is definitely an existence that dominates. What else is he not satisfied with? Now it is raining harder and harder. The sea breeze is getting stronger and stronger. Seeing that the linen and rags surrounded by the lack of planks have begun to be swept into the sea by the strong wind, Qin Tian hurriedly braved the heavy rain and rushed out of the boat canopy. The remaining flax, rags, shark meat, nails, boards and other materials were all transferred into the boat tent. Then he moved the water purifier under the canopy of the boat. Consumes 18 units of plastic to craft a plastic bottle. Take out all the filtered water inside. And refilled with sea water. This time, the original small canopy space immediately became more crowded. Question mark. What's the situation? Thunderstorm. Question mark. Qin Shen got up so early today. Look at this wet look. Went out to rescue supplies. Damn, look at God Qin's raft, it's been upgraded again. 8 in the morning. Space-time live broadcast starts on time. Countless people who had been waiting long ago widened their eyes in astonishment after seeing the picture on the screen. Zhongzhou military jurisdiction. Qin Xiaoxiao ate the egg-fried rice breakfast that Muning She scrambled for her, and at the same time concentrated on watching her father's live broadcast. Mama, I just felt the imprint on my head suddenly heat up, and my strength seems to have increased a lot. Talking. She showed Muning She the pair of chopsticks that she accidentally broke in her hand. Muning She touched her daughter's black and smooth hair with a smile and said, "This is because Dad upgraded the raft in World of Warships, so the little strength will become bigger. But you can't use this strength when you go to school. Go bully other children. Our power will be used to deal with those aliens in the future." While talking, she changed a new pair of chopsticks for her daughter. "Well, those aliens are too bad. Xiaoxiao will definitely protect her mother like those generals in the future." The little girl raised her fist cutely as she spoke. Muning She gently kissed Qin Xiaoxiao's forehead. Then he set his sights on the live screen. Her now. I am full of confidence in my husband. But looking at Qin Tian's wet appearance on the screen, she felt distressed again. World of Warships. After finally tossing all the supplies outside into the canopy, only then did Qin Tian hide in the boat tent. Move the stove and water filter directly to the front of the canopy door. One side can block the cold and humid sea breeze. On the one hand, it can also bring a little warmth to the canopy. He leaned against the corner of the doorway. He picked up the hot shark meat on the stove and began to eat it with big mouthfuls. Also opened the chat channel. I want to see what the other God Chosen are doing now. Oh, fuck. This damn heavy rainstorm has blown my linen and rags into the sea. Brothers, whoever has an extra canopy or tent, I will exchange it with you for a piece of bread. Question mark. Oh, silly, what's the use of a piece of bread now? In this heavy rainstorm, 10 pieces of bread or even 10 bottles of water were exchanged for a boat canopy. Indeed, the rain is too heavy, and I wonder if I will have a high fever after being drenched like this for a long time. By the way, has any of you prescribed antipyretics or cold medicine? Help, my raft is about to capsize, can any of you come and save me? I am a student of Sakura Country Girls High School. I just turned 18 this year. My height is 168 centimeters. My measurements are 89, 61, and 88. I have a sweet voice and a sweet voice, but I can do whatever I want, as long as you save me. Share coordinates. I am little Carl from the Lot family. Whoever supports me with a boat canopy, I can let him join my brother Lot's fleet after the novice period enters the World of Warships. I swear on the reputation of the Lot family, never will lie to you. My God, it's little Carl, it's a pity I don't have a canopy. Question mark. Hey, so what if you have a boat canopy? If you can't survive this novice period, everything is useless. 10 bread, 5 bottles of water to buy the boat canopy, and some speed transactions. If you can join the Lot fleet, you won't have to worry about being beaten by others in World of Warships. ... Because of a word from the little Carl of the Lotter family. The entire chat channel suddenly became boiling. Qin Tian was not surprised by this either. The day of the heavy rain in the last life, the young master of the Lot family did the same. And those who got the opportunity to join the Lot fleet. It was the chosen one of the Great Cold Empire, Chu Mingji, who said in the chat channel that he salvaged the gold-level material treasure chest as soon as he came in. After all, he is the one who shouted out 10 bread and 5 bottles of water to buy the boat canopy in the chat channel at this moment. It can only be said that no matter when, the nobles of these wealthy families all enjoy countless times more advantages than ordinary people. Even in a different world like World of Warships where everyone needs to start from scratch. These wealthy nobles can also rely on the name of the family to gather a large group of people, get their help, and quickly gain a foothold. Close the chat channel. Qin Tian looked at the torrential rain outside. Shaking his head, he killed the idea of paddling out to search for supplies. If you have a cold and fever here, if there is no medicine, 9 times out of 10 it will be over. Do nothing. He simply consumed 5 units of ordinary wood and 5 units of ordinary metal pieces to make a hammer of poor quality. Then I made some nails out of cheap sheet metal. Nail several low-quality boards of similar length into one piece. Just stand and fix it on the stove and water purifier at the door. Thus, the exit of the boat canopy, which had no doors, was tightly blocked. At least the wind can no longer blow in. Raindrops will no longer be carried in by the strong wind. Plus there is a stove for baking. The small canopy soon became warm. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 26 The Hot Cooked Food Market. After feeling that the boat canopy is almost warm, Qin Tian hurriedly took off his clothes. Under the wrapping of the wicked mosaic, he hangs his clothes on nails in a plank. Bake with the heat of the stove. Only then did Qin Tian, who was relaxing, realize that he hadn't traded today's food and water to Li Yangming. So he found the chat avatar of the other party, initiated a transaction message and put a piece of bread and a bottle of water on it. The transaction was agreed to almost instantly. Then a private chat message came back. Thank you, boss. Do you have any extra boat canopies or tents? I am willing to exchange the rest of the food for water. To this, Qin Tian could only reply a message that he could not help. A whole day, the torrential rain was falling intermittently. Big and small, there was wailing in the chat channel, and the clouds were gloomy. Some people's small rafts were overturned by the waves. Before dying, he made a desperate cry for help. Some people do not have rain shelter facilities. Simply smash the jar and smash it. Searching for supplies on the sea under heavy rain. As a result, not much material was harvested. On the contrary, the body was exposed to the problem first. Sore and limp, he started to have a high fever. The rainstorm made Qin Tian unable to tell the difference between afternoon and evening. Seeing that the sky began to darken, he simply roasted shark meat for a hot supper. Then 3 more pieces of good wood were added to the stove. Make sure the stove doesn't go out overnight. He cleared an open space where he could barely lie down and went to sleep directly. Today has been a wasted day. He decided to take care of himself. Tomorrow, I will make good use of a few barrels of supplies to make up for myself. Only when he woke up the next day, the incorrect sleeping position almost sent him away. It took me a long time to sit up with back pain. Looking out through the porthole, although it is still cloudy, but it was calm outside. It doesn't rain anymore. The lukewarm temperature is just right for searching for supplies at sea. Stretched. Remove the plank from the door. Then remove the stove. Then place the water purifier next to the raft. Let it be able to use hydropower to generate electricity. Then he grilled 2 more shark meat. Sandwich them in the middle of the bread for a simple version of shark meat burger. At the same time, he also traded a piece of bread and a bottle of water to Li Yangming. After eating and drinking, he used divine detective technique to open the map. Start searching for all supplies within 30 nautical miles. Take a look at the results. Just 2 material barrels. There is 1 less icon than the 3 sharks. But Qin Tian was not disappointed either. Choose the one closest to you. He picked up the wood pulp and quickly rowed in that direction. Side row. He opened the World Chat channel at the same time. On this dull sea, that's the World Chat channel can bring people a little fun. I'll go. Why is it still cloudy? Won't it be raining again? But don't get down. My clothes are still wet, and I almost died of the cold last night. Question mark. You said last night. I feel like I'm going to die of cold now. Brothers and sisters of the Eurasian Federation, looking for an antipyretic. 100 bad wood and 50 bad metal. I also want to buy 200 inferior wood and 100 flax. I'm dying. Who of you have roasted cooked meat or hot soup? I want to have a hot meal. I also miss hot rice, stewed meat, steamed fish, stir fry. I suddenly want to go home. Looking at the topic of hot rice and cooked food, people are constantly discussing it below. Qin Tian knew that what followed would be the carnival of those gods chosen with stoves. A day of rain and a night of freezing. The steaming hot food is indeed a good choice. He was thinking about it here. I saw that someone in the chat channel had already started posting information. Now Guangsheng at everyone. I have put hot water and grilled fish on the trading market. You can go and see if you need it. Steal it everyone. Delicious fish broth, only 30 units of supplies. Qingxiang at everyone. Grilled fish is on the shelves, and those who buy it can chat with me in private, and get a free bowl of cold boiled water from me. Quanmeiju at everyone. 10 years of full-time housewife carefully prepared fish soup. You can get an extra chance to make a video call at night if you buy it. There is one person taking the lead. Soon after, a lot of people followed suit. And in order to improve competitiveness, the extra benefits are also various, each one is more exciting than the other. So many people selling fish soup. Qin Tian knew that this was someone who saw a business opportunity and began to sell bowls. Open the trading market to have a look. Sure enough, among a bunch of listings for fish soup and grilled fish, I found a wooden bowl and a plastic bowl. Although the price is only 10 units of materials. But I can't stand the small profits but quick turnover. 70 or 80 plastic bowls and wooden bowls are hung. This is not counting the previous sales. He knew that it was impossible for anyone to sell synthesis skill books like bowls. So he simply traded 100 units of low-quality linen and 200 units of low-quality plastic for 30 wooden bowls. Then he took the iron pot that exploded after killing Tai Fengshou and washed it carefully in the seawater. Get this done. He puts 5 exquisite sharks on the stove and grills them. Bake for a few minutes. After tasting a scent of cumin. Then put the 5 pieces of grilled exquisite shark meat into the iron pot. Then he removed the top cover of the stove, sat the iron pot on the stove, walked into the boat tent and took out more than 10 bottles of drinking water. Pour all the water into the iron pot in one go. After finishing these, Qin Tian walked to the edge of the raft. Pick up the wooden pulp and continue to row towards the material barrel. After about half an hour, Qin Tian successfully salvaged the material barrel. After opening 5 units of low-quality metal sheet and 10 units of low-quality wood. The fish soup in the iron pot also boiled. Chapter 27. Am I being targeted? Qin Tian extracted all the 30 wooden bowls from the trading market. Then it doesn't matter. I randomly took a wooden bowl and took a small sip in the iron pan, then cooled it down and tasted it. Immediately, a fresh fragrance mixed with a faint smell of cumin filled his whole taste buds. Excited, he picked up 2 homemade chopsticks. Chop up those 5 pieces of fine shark meat in a pan. Then he scooped up a bowl of fish soup with meat. He blew and drank happily. A bowl was quickly finished. This scene hooked the gluttons of many people in the live broadcast room. Look how delicious the fish soup is, God Qin. It's no good, my mouth is drooling right now, and I also asked my wife to drink a whole pot of fish soup at noon. I envy the boss who can drink fish soup. The Unir radiated fish here costs 200 a caddy, and it costs hundreds of dollars to buy a similar fish. Envy +1. I even forgot what fish tastes like. I drank a whole bowl of fish soup. Satisfied, Qin Tian closed his eyes and smacked his mouth to savor it. He knew that his wave was absolutely stable. This taste can be regarded as a restaurant-level standard even in the modern world with all seasonings. In this world of warships where there is no seasoning, it is not an exaggeration to call his fish soup a dimensionality reduction blow. The buff that automatically increases the taste and texture of the legendary stove by 50% is indeed top. No further delay. Qin Tian found a few rags to support the handle of the iron pot and took the pot down. Then 3 more pieces of good wood were added to the stove. And cover the top cover of the stove. He took a bowl and began to scoop up bowls of fish soup with meat in the pot. As a result, most of the pot was only filled with 8 wooden bowls. Take the big bowl he drank with. Such a pot can boil 9 bowls of fish soup. After roasting 5 pieces of shark meat on the stove, Qin Tian immediately opened the trading market. Prepare to refer to the price of other people's fish soup. 2 bowls of fish soup, each bowl can be exchanged for 40 units of inferior wood. 3 grilled fish, each in exchange for 30 units of low-quality metal or 40 units of low-quality flax. 1 bowl of fish soup, in exchange for 35 units of inferior plastic. After Qin Tian roughly scanned it, it was found that all these people were taking advantage of the fire. Except for a very small number of items that may be priced at 35 units for fear of not being able to sell them. The rest are almost all the selling price of 40 units of materials. Qin Tian is not unique either. 8 bowls of fish soup were put on the shelves directly, and all of them were replaced with wood. 8 bowls of high-quality shark soup, each bowl can be exchanged for 40 units of inferior wood. His name has been deeply rooted in the world of warships these days. So he just hung up the fish soup here. There have been discussions in the World Chat channel. WTF. Qin Tian of the Yanlong Empire actually put fish soup on the shelf, so he also has a stove on his raft. Mum, there is a boat canopy and a stove. I can fully imagine how comfortable Mr. Qin Tian was when we were caught in the rain yesterday. Oh my god, if the rumors about the boat canopy and the stove are true, then the chosen one of the Yanlong Empire is so lucky. As a member of the Eurasian Federation, even if I die of starvation, thirst, and jump off the raft, I will never buy anything from the chosen one of the Yanlong Empire. Oh, my god, the taste of this fish soup is absolutely amazing. It is delicious, and there is some cumin in it. No way, I have to buy another bowl for lunch. Is it really that good? I have drank fish soup in this world, don't lie to me. I lied to you as a grandson, no one has ever tasted fish soup, but the taste made by Qin Shen can be regarded as good even in this world. Hiss, it's delicious. Hey, I'm going. Who the hell bought all the last 2 bowls? Leave me a bowl. Ula, it's really delicious. Qin Tian looked at the 8 bowls of fish soup that were sold out in less than a minute. There was a bottom in my heart immediately. These premium shark meats have also been stored for 3 days. Although it is not a problem to leave it for a week due to quality reasons. But the torrential rains were ahead of schedule. Who knows if the hot climate will also advance. In that 60 or 70 degree weather. Even fine meat. I'm afraid it will stink after 2 days. Instead of betting on the uncertain factors, it's better to take out most of these high-quality shark meat and replace it with useful supplies. Think like this. Qin Tian threw the 5 pieces of grilled high-quality shark meat into the pot. Put the pot on the stove again. Add water and continue to boil. The next day, Qin Tian was busy back and forth between making fish soup, searching for supplies and receiving filtered water. When it got dark in the evening, his original 69 yuan high-quality shark meat has only 29 yuan left. The result was a mass of supplies covering half a large raft. It's just that he warmed up the fish soup a little bit. While getting ready for dinner, suddenly, a reminder that a friend chatted with him privately sounded in his mind. Open it and have a look. It was Li Yangming who sent him the message. Boss, look at the chat channel, you are being targeted by that foreigner from the Lot family. Qin Tian frowned slightly when he saw this message. He opened the World Chat channel. Flip up and down. Soon he found the source. Carl Lauder at Qin Tian. Hello, the chosen one of the Yanlong Empire. I am willing to buy your stove and water purifier with 500 low-quality wood, 200 low-quality metal pieces and 300 low-quality flax. If you see it, please agree with me. Friend requests. Carl Lauder at Qin Tian. As long as you are willing to sell me the stove and water purifier in your hand, I swear on the reputation of the Lot family that you can join the Lot fleet formed by my brother when you leave the Novice Sea territory. Qin Tian smiled when he saw this. Is this after me? Chapter 28 Advanced Mythical Ship Crossbow. Qin Tian frowned and cursed secretly before continuing to look down. Oh, my God, Master Carl is willing to give a person from the Yanlong Empire the opportunity to join the Lot fleet. This chosen person from the Yanlong Empire is so lucky. Alas, there is no way. Who made the chosen one of the Yanlong Empire lucky? I did a rough calculation. Today, Qin Tian sold 70 or 80 bowls of fish soup alone. If there is no high-grade water purifier, this Qin Tian definitely can't make so much fish soup. My God, 7 or 80 bowls. So many. Calculated according to the materials he sells 40 units per bowl, wouldn't the people of Yanlong Empire harvest about 3,000 units of resources a day today? Fake, damn it, how can a water purifier of this quality be controlled by a despicable Yanlong person? This is simply unforgivable blasphemy. Gone, what nonsense are you guys talking about? Why don't we Qin Tian bosses deserve to have such a good water purifier? I've put up with you foreign devils for a long time. With so little resources, you want to buy my God Qin's water purifier and stove. Isn't this a typical bully? At Qin Tian, Yanlong people, hurry up and obediently dedicate your water purifier and stove to Master Carl, your luck is really great. Jeremy at Qin Tian, lowly Yanlong people, hand over your stove and water purifier. Zhao Nima, what are you guys? Look at the chat comments below that are gradually scolding each other. Qin Tian was immediately laughed out of anger. Obviously. Today he sells fish soup a bit better. Accidentally exposed some whole cards in his hand. This made the direct descendants of the Lot family jealous. So I went directly to draw a big cake for him personally, wanting to karma his waste. But it's normal to think about it. A super wealth generating artifact that harvests 3,000 units of supplies a day. Anyone who knows will be jealous. It's just jealousy. So blatantly treating him like a fool. It's kind of contemptuous of people. So Qin Tian is not used to him either. Straightforward. Qin Tian at Carl, you don't have to daydream, you can't even afford a part of my water purifier for such a small thing, so go and stay where you are cool. In World of Warships, as long as there is no fixed site, do not actively reveal your coordinates. No one else can do anything about him. So Qin Tian has nothing to fear. If you are lucky enough to meet each other, that can only say that the other party's point is really memorized. If he lets the opponent run away, then he loses. I really don't know where these foreign devils' sense of superiority comes from. They thought they ran over from the Yanlong Empire to some people who were greedy for life and afraid of death, servile and servile. Can it represent everyone in the entire Yanlong Empire? And he opened his mouth. Immediately, Carl was furious. He grew up with a golden spoon in his mouth. When did you experience this kind of anger? Threatened immediately. Carl, at Qin Tian, Yanlong people, don't be ashamed. I have formed a joint fleet of more than 100 people in the Novice Sea area. As long as it is what I want, there is nothing I can't get. Qin Tian at Carl Lotter. Oh, then you can experience it today. Didn't you say there are more than 100 younger brothers? Then send it out to find me. After finishing speaking, Qin Tian stopped caring about him. Close the chat channel. I ate a piece of bread with the fish soup. Then I brushed the trading market for a while. And what he didn't see was, with his refusal and provocation, Carl posted the bounty directly in the chat channel. Carl Lotter at everyone. Attention all members of the Eurasian Federation, if anyone finds the location of Qin Tian, tell me, I will reward him with 200 units of wood and 100 units of metal pieces. If anyone can help me find the location of Qin Tian, if Tian catches it, I will take him to form my own fleet in the fleet of the Lot family, and give him the position of steward. As soon as this news came out, instantly ignited the passion of all Eurasian Federation God chosen. That's it, Master Carl, you should give this yellow-skinned monkey some color. Yes, everyone united to find Qin Tian's hiding place. I don't believe he would be so tough in the face of death. Question mark. Ha ha ha, after Master Carl masters the drinking water and the stove, our resources will no longer flow to those poor Yanlong people. The chosen ones of the Eurasian Federation are enthusiastic. As for Qin Tian, after a short rest, then he walked out of the canopy and went straight to the high-level crossbow. With so many resources at hand, how can we not improve the overall strength of a wave of ships? Not to mention that he just had an affair with a core member of the Lauder family. Just in this world of warships, one might be attacked by sea monsters at any time and place. So he needs to keep his ships at their peak at all times. Used divine detective technique to open the attribute panel of that advanced ship crossbow. Finally, he fixed his gaze on the last advanced step. Advanced advancement. 50 high-quality wood, 50 high-quality nails, can be advanced into a red mythical crossbow. This is mythical equipment that he had never even heard of in his previous life. Now this opportunity was right in front of him. It would be a lie to say that I am not excited. Consume 200 units of low-quality wood and 200 units of low-quality metal pieces to synthesize the required materials. Qin Tian immediately chose advanced. Following the two small piles of brand new materials that had just been synthesized on the raft disappeared. The entire crossbow was suddenly enveloped by a golden light. When the dazzling golden light gradually dissipated, a brand new brown ship crossbow that was completely larger than before appeared in front of his eyes. Not to mention the shock that the precise and ferocious appearance brought him. Just the crossbow bolt that was about as thick as his wrist shocked him a lot. Good guy. This crossbow bolt can be used as a ballista, right? The crossbow bolts of ancient siege crossbows are estimated to be like this. While sighing, Qin Tian opened the attribute panel of the boat crossbow in front of him. Item: Mythical ship crossbow. Quality: red. Question mark. Attack: 97. Question mark. Range: 350 meters. Durability: 500. Requirement: 3 crossbow arrows can be fired for every 1 unit of high-quality wood consumed. Cow Batch Class. Developed. After seeing the detailed properties of the mythical ship crossbow, Qin Tian's eyes suddenly burst into a light of incomparable excitement. Awesome! What is the concept of 97 attacks? Use his must-hit triple shot. Within 5 seconds, he can knock out 291 HP of the enemy with a high probability. You must know that the average medium-sized raft and the elite shark monster in the novice sea area only have 300 HP. And the range has been extended to 350 meters. If you encounter an enemy like Juǎn Ichiro again, at that time, put it into 300 meters and start playing again. It only takes one face-to-face to beat the opponent into blood. Even if the opponent has the ability to escape, it is useless. It is impossible to run 50 meters in 5 seconds. Strong and invincible. At this moment, Qin Tian's self-confidence was unprecedented. So what about more than 100 younger brothers? Within 350 meters. He can hit 10. Chapter 29 Golden Treasure Chest. After upgrading the mythical ship crossbow, Qin Tian fell asleep beautifully with a happy mood. The next day, the weather is still gloomy. Qin Tian, who got up early in the morning, didn't bother to make fish soup anymore. Instead, make plastic bottles. Bottle by bottle filled with filtered water began to store up. Just now, he had a nightmare, dreaming about the extremely hot weather with the scorching sun hanging high. The water purifier and drinking water on his raft disappeared. He was so thirsty that he couldn't bear it, lying on the edge of the raft, wanting to take a sip of seawater to rinse his mouth. As a result, as soon as he probed, he saw a dead self floating up from the bottom of the sea with a pale face. This frightening scene immediately woke him up. Then he suddenly had a very strong feeling in his mind. The rainstorm came 2 days earlier. So will extreme weather also advance. Although I had this idea before. But that was all fleeting. Never has it been so intense. This could not help but aroused his high vigilance. Get started. The outside world has been counted by professionals. All mortality during the novice period. The cause of extreme climate accounts for 80%. So even Qin Tian, who has already experienced it once. Don't dare to be too careless. After receiving the filtered water. After refilling the empty water purifier with seawater. He put all the high-quality shark meat in batches on the stove for grilling. At that time, it will be dried in the sun. I don't know how long it will last. It wasn't salted after all. The shelf life is a bit uncertain. Anyway, it can last for a few days. After finishing these, Qin Tian paddled the raft again to open the map. Started to search around to salvage material barrels. If it is possible, he wants to open some more bread. It was busy until the afternoon. A large number of plastic bottles were densely packed on his raft. There are 162 in total. Each bottle is filled with filtered water. This scene shocked and angered the foreign devils in the live broadcast room. They can't figure it out. What is this mysterious Yanlong God's chosen person planning to do with so much water in reserve? But by convention, this guy definitely didn't hold his fart well. And Qin Tian's side. After opening 6 material barrels but not getting any bread, he managed to get 5 bread when he opened the 7th barrel. It's just that he, who should be happy, doesn't even look at the 5 buns at this moment. Grabbing the oars and looking in one direction, he rowed desperately. And the main reason for all this. It was he who saw a golden treasure chest on the edge of the flat map. Golden treasure chest. That is a golden treasure chest. Qin Tian was afraid that a second raft icon would appear there and headed towards the treasure chest. But Murphy's law is so accurate sometimes. The more you are afraid of something, the more it will come. Qin Tian watched helplessly as a raft icon gradually swam in from the edge of the map. Then it was like finding something. He headed straight for the golden treasure chest. I am at %. At this moment, Qin Tian swears directly. That is a golden treasure chest. In the past 5 days, he drove the map and exhaustively searched for supplies all over the sea. Finally found such a high-level treasure chest. In the end, he was given a quick foot in the door and cut off halfway. Damn, you better not let me know who you are. Otherwise, in the novice sea area, I must hunt you down to Cape Tiānxià. The more Qin Tian thought about it, the angrier he became, and the more he thought about it, the worse he became. 2 eyes fixed on the raft icon on the flat map that was about to overlap with the treasure chest. The result is the blink of an eye. The raft icon suddenly disappeared from the map. Okay, gone. WTF. Qin Tian's eyes widened. His eyes scanned the area on the map back and forth carefully. Finally, I was pleasantly surprised to confirm that the raft icon is indeed gone. But the golden treasure chest is still strong. It seemed to be smiling and waving at him. How could Qin Tian not understand this situation? There is definitely a powerful sea beast guarding the golden treasure chest. But he had no fear. Double ship crossbow in hand. The raft is the best raft with 2000 HP. At this moment, he is more than 10 times stronger than when he first came in. Even a boss-level sea beast with 3000 HP is confident that he can give it a go. With the joy of finding something lost, Qin Tian paddled the raft and quickly approached the area where the golden treasure chest was. Another row of about 5 or 6 nautical miles. In the distance, a golden treasure chest appeared in his vision. This scene was also seen by millions of people in the live broadcast room. Immediately, many people from Yanlong Empire became happy. I'm going, it's actually a golden treasure chest. God Qin, is about to take off again. I hope that this golden treasure chest will burst out with another boat crossbow, and then there will be 3 boat crossbows in one raft, and God Qin's firepower will properly rule the entire novice sea area. Of course, some people are happy and others are worried. Those foreign ghosts in the live broadcast room really can't see Qin Tian now. HMPH, you Yanlong monkeys think too much. Let me tell you the truth, just now a chosen one from my lighthouse empire also found this treasure chest, but as soon as he approached it, he was smashed into the raft by a sea monster on the bottom of the sea and killed it. Your Qin god is probably going to end here too, ha ha ha. That's right, I also watched Pete's live broadcast just now. It should be a giant great white shark. Definitely a boss-level sea monster. It destroyed Pete's raft with just one collision. No matter how strong your Qin Tian's raft is, can it withstand several hits from the great white shark boss? Question mark. Yuxi, this is the end of greed. If he gave up that golden treasure chest, he might still be able to save his life. It's a pity that there are water purifiers, stoves, and a lot of supplies on the raft. Question mark. Damn, you foreign devils are just jealous. My god, Qin's raft is so powerful, I can definitely kill that sea monster and get the treasure chest smoothly. Question mark. Hey, whatever you say, you will know how powerful it is when you see that sea monster. ... Seeing these foreign devils utter such confident words, the millions of Yanlong people in the live broadcast room suddenly became a little worried. Although Qin Tian's awakened talent is really amazing, the performance in World of Warships is also very impressive. But after all, the development time is too short. They are also not sure whether such a morning star that finally appeared in their family can successfully overcome this difficulty. Husband, you must be safe. Outside, Muningshe couldn't help clenching her fists while watching this scene, praying secretly to Qin Tian. World of Warships. Qin Tian didn't rush forward after seeing the golden treasure chest. Instead, he narrowed his eyes and searched the surroundings carefully. Although it is not known whether the raft that perished here was medium or small, but it was destroyed in the blink of an eye. It proves that the sea monster guarding the treasure chest has at least 100 attack power. Chapter 30 Hunting the White Shark King. Qin Tian now needs to find the opponent's body first. Then use the divine detective technique to check the opponent's blood volume. If it is 2 to 3,000, that proves that this sea monster has a high attack and thin blood. With a mythical ship crossbow, he is completely capable of slinging opponents. But if the blood volume exceeds 3,000, it will be 4,000. That is unless he upgrades the raft into a fishing boat. Otherwise, the risk factor will be greatly increased. So Qin Tian kept waiting patiently. A pair of deep eyes scanned back and forth like a falcon. After about a few minutes, suddenly, a huge triangular dorsal fin floated up next to the treasure chest. Then a large dark shark with a length of more than 10 meters loomed under the sea surface. I'll go, it's so big. Seeing a giant shark that was as long as 3 or 4 rafts combined. While sighing, Qin Tian hastily used the talent skill, divine detective technique, towards the other party. Name, White Shark King. Health volume, 2,500. See this blood volume. Qin Tian breathed a sigh of relief. 2,500 HP. Not too exaggerated. Within the acceptable range. Now that you have decided to fight. He also doesn't ink. Go to the back of the raft and move the mythical crossbow that was just upgraded yesterday to the front. Mounted next to the legendary ship crossbow. Then he used 400 units of low-quality wood to synthesize 100 units of high-quality wood. After all preparations are in place, then he paddled the raft and approached quietly. After visually measuring the distance from the White Shark King to 350 meters, he dropped the paddle and immediately came to the 2 crossbows. Take a deep breath. Use the mythical crossbow to aim at the White Shark King slowly swimming around the golden treasure chest. In the studio, everyone who saw this scene involuntarily held their breath. His eyes were fixed on the screen. Shish. Suddenly, Qin Tian's eyes turned cold. Launched an attack directly. Must hit. Under the blessing of talent, 3 crossbow arrows of incomparably sea-size tear the air and shoot towards the White Shark King one after another. I saw 3 blood splashes. -97, -97, -97. 3 red wounds floated up from the White Shark King's head. The sudden attack made the swimming White Shark King pause involuntarily. It's just a matter of breathing. Blood streaks immediately appeared on the top of the White Shark King's head. In combat mode, he swam quickly towards his raft. Shish. And Qin Tian's sighed. The 3-second skill cooldown expires. He then controlled the mythical crossbow refilled with high-quality wood to launch the must-hit attack again. After the White Shark King quickly wandered into the range of 300 meters. Qin Tian controlled the legendary ship crossbow next to him to attack as well. Instantly, waves of crossbow arrows kept shooting at the White Shark King's head and body as if they didn't want money. Obviously there are only 2 ship crossbows. But it was forced by Qin Tian to give him the power of a cut version of the Tiānxià rocket launcher. The red damage value above the White Shark King's head has never disappeared. And I have to say yes. The mythical ship crossbow bolts are really powerful. Not only the damage is high, the force of the lacing also has a control effect of stagnation or even repulsion. It took the White Shark King more than 10 seconds to swim to a distance of more than 50 meters from Qin Tian's raft. The blood bar above its head has less than 1,000 blood left. And the White Shark King also seemed to understand the importance of the last 50 meters. The tail swings harder, wanting to swim at a fast speed. But the repelling effect of the crossbow bolts of the mythical ship crossbow is too strong. Finally, when there were only 10 meters away from the raft, its 30-odd traces of blood were finally taken away by a wave of huge crossbow arrows. Before the White Shark King died, he swung his tail unwillingly. Then under the impetus of inertia, its corpse just so slowly crossed the last few meters. It collided with Qin Tian's raft with no seriousness. The body of the White Shark King was found. Do you want to collect it? Hear this chime of planetary will. Qin Tian blinked and blinked. He was confused. He was about to use the wooden paddle to paddle over to snatch the other party's shark meat. As a result, the White Shark King swung his tail before dying. It was delivered to the door by myself. Is this still an option? Of course I chose to collect. Congratulations to the captain for obtaining 500 units of top-quality shark meat. Congratulations to the captain for obtaining 120 top-quality Shark King teeth. With the voice of the planet's will, it fell. 5 piles of fish meat and a small pile of white shark teeth suddenly appeared on Qin Tian's raft. In the studio, all the people who had been watching this scene were stunned. WTF? Is this reasonable? That's the boss Shark King, so he was killed so easily? Question mark. What's the situation with Qin Tian's crossbow? The attack power of 97 is too unbelievable. Isn't the crossbow equipped with this kind of attack in the Novice Sea area directly invincible? Damn yellow-skinned monkeys are not worthy of owning this boat crossbow, it should belong to our lighthouse empire. Question mark. Fake, we just haven't been able to notify Master Lot and the others. If we can notify Master Lot, the chosen one of the Yanlong Empire will definitely not survive a month. Countless foreign devils could not accept the fact that Qin Tian easily slaughtered the White Shark King in the Novice Sea. That is the White Shark King. It is one of the top bosses in the Novice Sea. There are so many God-chosen in their Eurasian alliance. No one has ever been able to hunt down boss-level sea monsters in the Novice Sea area. But now, this super achievement was unlocked by a God-chosen person of the Yanlong Empire. How can this not make them angry? Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 31. The Exploding Golden Treasure Chest. And World of Warships. Facing the collected 5 stacks of top-quality shark meat and precious top-quality Shark King teeth, Qin Tian just glanced casually and stopped paying attention. All the thoughts were put on the golden treasure chest. He hurriedly rowed the raft with the oars. Carefully fish it out with a fishing net. Gods and Buddhas, please bless me with good luck. After Qin Tian begged God and worshipped Buddha in his heart, grab the lid and yank the treasure chest open. Instantly, the voice of the planet's will began to ring in his ears one after another. Congratulations to the captain for obtaining the blueprint of the double-door refrigerator ×1. Congratulations to the captain for obtaining the blueprint of the large-scale planting ecological cabin ×1. Congratulations to the captain for obtaining the wooden basket synthesis skill book ×1. Congratulations to the captain for getting the time bonsai pot ×3. Congratulations to the captain for obtaining 100 caddies of fertile red soil. Congratulations to the captain for obtaining 1 pack of high-quality apple seeds. Congratulations to the captain for obtaining 1 pack of high-quality orange seeds. Congratulations to the captain for obtaining 1 pack of high-quality cucumber seeds. with the golden chest disappeared. Immediately, 3 square flowerpots as tall as a person and a large bag of red soil appeared on the raft. In one of the pots are 2 blueprints, a skill book, and 3 bags of seeds. Double-door refrigerator. This thing is a good thing. Qin Tian walked to the flower pot with bright eyes. He reached out and picked up the 2 blueprints and the skill book. Use detective technique to check. Item: double-door refrigerator blueprint, rare. Quality: green. Total volume: 457 liters. Crafting requirements: low quality wood 60, ordinary metal sheet 80, ordinary plastic 80. Efficacy: it can be used to make a double-door large-capacity refrigerator for solar power generation. Ordinary advancement: low-quality wood 120, low-quality metal sheet 140, low-quality plastic 140, can be advanced into a blue advanced refrigerator. High-quality goods advanced: ordinary wood 100, ordinary metal sheet 150, ordinary plastic 150, can be advanced into a purple epic refrigerator. Advanced advancement: high-quality wood 100, high-quality metal sheet 130, high-quality plastic 130, can be advanced into an orange legendary refrigerator. Item: blueprint of large planting ecological cabin, rare. Quality: green. Area: 50 to 100 square meters. Crafting requirements: low quality wood 300, ordinary metal sheet 500, ordinary plastic 500. Efficacy: it can be used to make a planting room that automatically adjusts the room temperature and ecological environment. Ordinary advancement: low quality wood 500, low quality metal sheet 800, low quality plastic 800, can be advanced to a blue advanced large-scale planting ecological cabin. High-quality goods advanced: ordinary wood 800, ordinary metal sheet 700, ordinary plastic 700, can be advanced into purple epic large-scale planting ecological cabin. Advanced advancement: high-quality wood 1000, high-quality metal sheet 1200, high-quality plastic 1500, can be advanced into an orange legendary large-scale planting ecological cabin. After exploring the construction requirements of these 2 blueprints, Rao is that Qin Tian is rich and powerful now. Also can't help but feel a pain in the flesh. The double-door refrigerator is fine. Gritting his teeth, he can make it now. But this planting eco cabin is a bit abnormal. Wanting to advance to orange actually requires 4,000 inferior wood, 4,800 inferior metal sheet and 6,000 inferior plastic. At this price, even if he upgraded his large raft to a large fishing boat, it would not be a problem. However, this ecological cabin is obviously not available to him now. At least you have to wait until the raft is upgraded to a destroyer before it can be used. Think here. Qin Tian carefully put away these 2 blueprints. Then he took the skill book and read it again. Wooden basket synthesis skill book. Every 5 units of low-quality wood consumed can produce a wooden basket. Wooden basket. This is also a good thing. Qin Tian glanced at the scattered water bottles not far away. Then I chose to study without saying a word. Congratulations to the captain for successfully learning the wooden basket synthesis skill. Hear the voice of the will of the planet. Qin Tian opened the synthesis panel. Sure enough, I saw the section for wooden baskets under the section for plastic bottles. He clicked right in. Change the 0 inside to 10. Then choose composite. The 50 units of low-quality timber on the raft disappeared. Instead, 10 wooden baskets with a length of about 80 centimeters and a height of about 50 centimeters were neatly lined up in front of him. Qin Tian grabbed one and raised it. Not to mention, it's quite thick. He packed the flax, plastic, metal sheets, rags, nails, and drinking water into 10 wooden baskets. The appearance on the raft suddenly became orderly and completely new. Finish these. Qin Tian turned his attention to the direction of the 3 bonsai pots. He walked over and looked at one of them. Item: Time Bonsai Pot Special. Quality: orange. Efficacy: a magical bonsai pot with the function of accelerating plant growth. Fill it with soil and sprinkle seeds. Every time you water it, there is a 40% chance of accelerating the growth of the plant. Note: only water 3 times a day. Hiss. See the efficacy of this bonsai pot. Qin Tian couldn't help but sucked in a breath of cold air immediately. It is actually a special item that can affect time. He only saw Cecily Adams, the second-best candidate of the Lighthouse Empire, owning such a heaven-defying thing in the time-space live broadcast room. That is a main naval gun that can speed up the cooling and reloading time. There are 3 chances to use it a day. Hold for 10 seconds each time. The other party relied on this main naval gun to firmly sit on the top spot of the second-best candidate of the Lighthouse Empire. Qin Tian didn't expect such a heaven-defying thing to be opened out of this golden treasure chest. Although it can only be used to grow fruit trees. But this has already satisfied Qin Tian. Well known. Fruits and vegetables that can supplement vitamins are extremely precious in World of Warships. Chapter 32. Extreme heat arrives early. For several years. Although World of Warships has not many gods chosen who died of scurvy. But definitely a lot. In the final analysis, you can't eat fruits and vegetables for a long time. Caused by severe vitamin deficiency in the body. Ordinary god chosen can only obtain fruits by opening material barrels and treasure chests. And those powerful gods chosen will have planting though. But their gains are generally only able to maintain the internal consumption of their own fleet. Usually, few people would trade fruits. The appearance of time bonsai pots does not mean anything else. At least let Qin Tian take a few bites on the big cake of fruits and vegetables. As expected of a gold-rank treasure chest. The things that came out here really satisfied him more and more. With anticipation, Qin Tian reached out and took out the 3 bags of seeds from the time bonsai pot. Item: excellent orange seed. Quality: blue. Efficacy: orange seeds with a high survival rate. They will produce different types of oranges according to your cultivation techniques and growth environment. Then Qin Tian looked at the apple and grape seeds. Not surprisingly, both are about the same effect introduction. However, the unremarkable red soil next to it gave Qin Tian a big surprise. Item: 100 caddies of red soil, special. Quality: orange. Efficacy: the magical soil in the special space in the different world. Planting any crops can get 200% extra harvest, and shorten the maturity time by 90% and immunity to all natural disasters. See the anti-sky effect of this red soil. Qin Tian didn't know what to say anymore. It seems that all the words are not enough to describe the eccentricity of this red soil. Originally, he was also proud of the powerful firepower of his raft. But after opening this golden treasure chest, he suddenly felt that his raft seemed to be seriously under fire. Refrigerators, large-scale planting ecological cabins, time bonsai pots, fruit seeds, and this kind of red soil that can't even describe its efficacy against the sky. Take out these things casually and let them out, they are all things that can make other gods chosen rob their heads. But they were all assembled on their own rafts. Although he controlled and did not publish the attribute panels of these things in the live broadcast room. But watch it through the month. Those foreign devils must be able to see a thing or two. When the time comes next month. Those favored by the gods who can come in one day a month by virtue of the Stargate. He will definitely tell his relatives all the information about him. At that time, what he will have to face will not only be those rookie captains of the same period as him. 9 out of 10 times out of 10, a bunch of established forces issued a warrant for his arrest. The more Qin Tian thought about it, the bigger his head became. Never mind, who cares? There must be a road before the car reaches the mountain. Besides, the world of warships is so vast, how can it be so easy to be blocked? Really want to do it. In the worst case, he would sell supplies madly to improve his own strength. The amount of transactions outside. It is far from what this novice sea area can match. Think here. More or less, Qin Tian had a solution in his mind. Resting his mind, he focused all his attention on the time basin, red soil and 3 bags of seeds. Originally, he planned to wait until he had survived the week-long extremely hot weather before planting these melons and fruits. But with the super buff of red soil that is immune to all natural disasters. He is also afraid of the extremely hot weather with a hammer. Do whatever comes to mind. Qin Tian opened the large plastic bag containing the red soil. Pour the 100 caddies of red soil evenly into the 3-time bonsai pots. Immediately afterwards, he tore a small opening in the packaging bag of the 3 bags of melon and fruit seeds. Pour 1/3 of the seeds into each pot. Carefully collect the remaining seeds. Qin Tian took out another 9 bottles of water from the basket. 3 bottles were poured into each basin. It was completely dark at this time. The temperature becomes lower. The sea breeze blows. Qin Tian couldn't help rubbing his arms. He leaned the planted thyme bonsai pot to the middle of the raft by the light of the fire. Then he returned to the boat tent with 3 pieces of top-quality shark meat. Put it on the stove and roast it slowly. This is the ultimate shark meat that is a level higher than the high-quality shark meat. In his previous life, Qin Tian only heard people say how delicious it was. He doesn't even have the qualifications to buy it. And this life. But he directly hunted and killed a white shark king in the Novice Sea area. And also collected 500 units of meat slices. I have to say, it's really good fortune. See, the heat is almost the same. Qin Tian immediately picked up a piece and blew it into his mouth. Instantly, a faint spicy fragrance filled the mouth. The fish is firm and tender, and the more you chew, the more fragrant it becomes. It even made him feel reluctant to swallow. Qin Tian's eyes are bright. Compared with high-quality shark meat, this premium shark meat is more chewy and tastes more delicious. The most amazing thing is that the stove even gave out a little spicy taste. This is invincible. Qin Tian finished all 3 pieces of grilled fish in one go. Then he lay on his back in the boat canopy. I fell asleep without knowing it. Wait until the next day. He was awakened by heat. Open your eyes. His clothes were all stuck to his body, covered in sweat. Not to mention the stuffy heat in the whole canopy. The stove at the door was still emitting a billowing heat wave. Extremely hot weather is coming. Qin Tian's drowsiness disappeared instantly. He quickly stood up and moved the stove away from the boat canopy. Then look around. I saw that the cloudy sky that was still covered with dark clouds yesterday has become bright and sunny, and the sky is clear. Qin Tian stood under the sun and wanted to feel the temperature. As a result, as soon as he stepped out of the shadow of the boat canopy, he was scorched by the sun. This scared him and hurried back. Qindao, the extremely hot weather really came ahead of schedule. Chapter 33, The Legendary Double-Door Refrigerator. At this time, a sea breeze mixed with a salty smell was blowing. The fiery heat wave was not much lower than the heat emitted by the stove just now. Now the temperature outside is at least 50 or 60 degrees. Wait until the hottest time at noon. It is estimated that there will be no problem if it reaches more than 70 degrees. Now, the challenge to test the newcomers' gods chosen is the official start. With a thought, Qin Tian opened the chat channel. I saw that there was a mess inside. It's so hot, it's so hot. Which boss has water? I exchanged supplies. I used up all the rainwater yesterday by cooking fish soup. 1 bottle of water is exchanged for 100 units of low-quality metal. A trade is required. Dao Dong you at? Ziba, are you robbing? At most it will give you 50 inferior metal. Opening square bracket ? At, oh, you are late, the water has already been sold. ? It was still cloudy yesterday, why is it so hot today? Could it be because of extreme weather? My God, it's very possible. I originally thought that our extreme weather this time was caused by heavy rain, but that day the heavy rain only lasted for 1 day and stopped, so I knew it was not. If it's still this hot tomorrow, it's going to be extremely hot. Damn it, I didn't get a few bottles of water. Who has extra boat canopy drawings? I am willing to trade bread and 300 units of low-quality metal sheet, and 100 flax for 50 units of wood. Same for wood, 100 units of plastic for 50 units of wood. Grilled fish is exchanged for drinking water, as much as you have. ... Silently turn off the chat channel that has been blown up. Qin Tian looked at the 3 baskets full of drinking water not far away and raised a high smile on the corner of his mouth. Because of him at this moment. Suddenly thought of an excellent way to make money. Take out the rare blueprint for a double-door refrigerator from the canopy. Advanced advancement. High-quality wood 100, high-quality metal sheet 130, high-quality plastic 130, can be advanced into an orange legendary refrigerator. Look at the material requirements above. Qin Tian immediately opened the synthesis interface and started to synthesize. Although once this legendary double-door refrigerator is made, it will immediately shrink his supplies by more than half. But compared with the materials he can harvest next, these efforts are definitely worth it. As inventories of wood, sheet metal and plastic have shrunk by 3/5 or even 4/5. After advanced of the double-door refrigerator, there was finally an option of craftable. Seeing this, Qin Tian immediately chose to make it. With the disappearance of drawings and piles of supplies, soon a super large double-door refrigerator over 2 meters high appeared in front of his eyes. And next to this double-door refrigerator, a 2-meter-high pillar with a metallic luster lay on it. Above the pillars are 2 rows of 4 dark black solar collector panels. Below that is a small row of paddles the size of an adult's palm. There are a total of 1 or 20. He used the talent skill, Divine Detective Technique. The attribute panel of the advanced version of the double-door refrigerator can be seen at a glance. Item: Legendary double-door refrigerator, rare. Quality: orange. ? Total volume: 657 liters. Efficacy: refrigeration on the left, freshness preservation on the right, super large capacity. Introduction: This is a super large capacity legendary refrigerator that has undergone high intensity modification and upgrades. It has built-in solar energy and hydroelectric power generation functions. The degree of freshness preservation. At the same time he can also be used as an air conditioner. ? Air conditioner. Is the last sentence of the introduction a string? How does the refrigerator work as an air conditioner? But then he put this irrelevant thought behind him. It is worthy of advanced. Solar power and hydropower again. Even the volume has increased by 200 liters. How much can he hold with these 200 liters? See an introduction to double-door refrigerators. Qin Tian happily moved the column that collects solar energy and hydroelectric power to the outside of the roof and installed it. Sure enough, it only took a minute or two. Open the refrigerator door. The lights inside were turned on, and a faint cool air came from inside. Ah, things that have been strengthened are easy to use. It's only been a long time, and there's actually an air conditioner. In this hot weather of 50 or 60 degrees, it can be hot to death. Even just such a small amount of cold air made Qin Tian couldn't help but feel refreshed. It's just that what resonates with him is his time and space live broadcast room. If the popularity of the live broadcast room has levels, then his live broadcast room can definitely be called a magnitude 10 earthquake. Oh, I bought karma. What did I see? Double-door refrigerator. Wow, God Qin, I was curious about what kind of good things Qin God would find in the golden treasure chest when he blocked our investigation yesterday, but it turns out that there are such rare home appliances. ? Baga, this damn Yanlong Empire's chosen one, how could his luck be so good? He had just hoarded so much water yesterday, and today it was extremely hot in the Novice Sea area. What's more, he even opened a blueprint of a refrigerator from the treasure chest. ? Ziba, why is this Qin Tian's refrigerator so big? And Zhengzai of our Dayan also sold a refrigerator, but it was just a very ordinary single-door refrigerator. ? Ha ha ha, if the weather is going to be extremely hot, then Qin Shen's double-door refrigerator will come at the right time. From what you said, if God Qin gets some more fruits, wouldn't he be able to use this World of Warships as a resort for vacation? Hee, I can already imagine the scene where God Qin freezes the water and then sells iced water. It will definitely explode. By then, won't the resources be continuously sent to God Qin's pocket? ... And in fact, Qin Tian thought so. After feeling that the temperature in the refrigerator is almost cold, he directly brought 2 baskets of water over. 2 baskets of more than 100 bottles of water were stuffed into them all at once. Get this done. He made 18 more plastic bottles to release the water from the water purifier. Refill it with seawater and let it continue to work. In the next week, water will be his most important strategic material. With yesterday's sense of crisis, he felt that maybe, at least he should try his best. Maybe in the novice sea area, the raft can be upgraded into a large ship. When the time comes out of the novice sea area, upgrade the ship to a frigate as soon as possible. Then he has a certain ability to protect himself. Finish the water. Qin Tian began to put the shark meat and bread in the basket into the refrigerator. This has the fresh keeping function of the refrigerator. He no longer had to worry about shark meat spoiling in this hot weather. After tossing water and food, Qin Tian then came to 3 pots of thyme bonsai with seeds planted. Chapter 34 Boss, it's definitely a hit. Looking at the sight of more than a dozen branches emerging from the red soil, Qin Tian was very happy and fetched another 9 bottles of water. 3 bottles were poured directly into each pot. This scene naturally irritated the group of people in the live broadcast room. In this extremely hot climate, how many people want to crush their dignity for a bottle of water? Begging Grandpa to tell Grandma about her dealings. But Qin Tian is fine. I just took 9 bottles of drinking water and poured them into the flower pots. This caused many foreign devils to be jealous. This Yanlong man is really gone. 9 bottles of drinking water are so wasted. Yes, how can vegetation survive in such a hot weather? There is an old saying in the Yanlong Empire that if the sky wants to destroy it, it must first make it crazy. I think it is very suitable for this Qin Tian. Fart, you foreign devils know a lot. Since our god Qin is willing to spend resources to cultivate, then the plants planted must be very important. And which of your eyes sees signs that these 3 potted plants are about to wither? Being so emerald green, it must be resistant enough to the hot weather. Maybe these are fruits. It was too dark yesterday, so I didn't see it clearly, but since it was opened from a golden treasure chest, and Qin Shen was so precious, it must be unusual. Damn, it can't be really fruit, right? Question mark. What? Impossible, the fruit is so precious, you can't have all the good things come across by God's chosen, right? I saw more and more people guessing that the pots were fruit. Many foreign devils suddenly became restless. It is obvious to all of them how rich Qin Tian is now. If the next week is really extremely hot, so how much wealth can a water purifier plus a refrigerator create for Qin Tian? They simply cannot imagine. Among the chosen ones of all ages, just never has anyone been able to get such a good appliance in novice waters. If this is coupled with fruit, all kinds, wait until a month later. Will Qin Tian upgrade his raft directly to a ship? No, this achievement absolutely cannot. At least it should not be accomplished by the chosen one of this weak sea country. Qin Tian was naturally unaware of these discussions in the live broadcast room. But I don't know if the worries of these foreign devils triggered Murphy's Law. Qin Tian just watered it last night to trigger the 40% accelerated growth effect of the time pot. As a result, the watering in the morning was triggered again. I saw just a dozen tender branches. Now it has grown into a lush sapling over 1 meter high in the blink of an eye. There are still a few rudimentary fruits that have just grown vaguely hanging on it. The people in the live broadcast room naturally saw this situation clearly. The foreigners who were worried about these plants just now turned their attention to the 3 flower pots and the red soil. Question mark. Oh, fuck, these plants are actually fruit trees. Upstairs, shouldn't what we need to pay attention to now be why these plants can grow so fast all of a sudden? Question mark. My god, this flower pot shouldn't be the kind of magical item that can affect time, right? I don't know if it's because of the flower pot or the soil. Damn it, this Qin Tian is already strong and perverted, and now he has obtained this kind of artifact that can be called a cheat. Doesn't that mean that he can continue to grow? Are you selling high-priced fruits? Baga, this is too unfair. He has almost covered all the good things in this issue of Novice Sea territory by himself. What will our God chosen do? A group of foreigners in the live broadcast room were beaten to pieces. As for Qin Tian, He just observed the fruit saplings. He walked away without hesitation. After all, it just triggered the accelerated growth effect. It's not a mature result. There's nothing to be excited about. At this moment, his stomach suddenly groaned. Then he remembered that he hadn't had breakfast yet. So he took out a piece of bread from the refrigerator, opened it and ate it. In this scorching hot weather, to be able to eat something cool. It's really comfortable and not too cool. A loaf goes down quickly. Just when Qin Tian opened the refrigerator to get the second one, he suddenly remembered that he had not sent food and water to Li Yangming today. So he traded a piece of cold bread and a bottle of drinking water that was slightly frozen with icicles to the other party. It didn't take a few seconds to agree over there. A private chat message was, "Diddy, sent over. My God, boss, what's going on? Why are the bread and drinking water you traded cold? Have you discovered the glacier? Look at this Arabian Nights information." The corners of Qin Tian's mouth twitched involuntarily. Then he replied, "You think too much. Where did the iceberg come from in the Novice Sea area? Big brother, what's the matter with your bread and water? I opened the treasure chest and opened a refrigerator. Wow, Big brother is awesome. Big brother, let's discuss something. Next, can you trade all the water you traded to my little brother with that kind of water that is frozen into ice?" Qin Tian didn't care about this and replied with the word This made Li Yangming very happy. Send a message. "Boss, you can sell this kind of ice water until noon. It's definitely a big hit." See a discussion on this topic. Qin Tian also became a little interested and asked, "I do have this plan. What do you think is the right price for me?" Li Yangming replied almost instantly, "That must be more than normal. Wood and flax can be exchanged for 50 units per bottle, and metal sheets and rags can be exchanged for 40 units per bottle. After all, these two types are not sold much." Qin Tian secretly nodded after seeing it. The price he estimated in his heart was about the same. But I want those people to buy his ice water willingly. He still needs an opportunity. It was as if he had sensed what was in Qin Tian's heart. I saw Li Yangming sent a message. "Boss, in this way, don't list it on the trading market. I will go to the chat channel to promote it to you at noon. At that time, the temperature will be the highest, and let those foreign ghosts beg you to sell it. Haha, it's hard to think about it. Shu Tan, let those foreign devils look down on our Yanlong Empire's gods chosen every day." Chapter 35 Li Yangming's Operation. Qin Tian looked at the plan sent by Li Yangming. The corner of the mouth raised slightly. Then gave the other party a sweet treat. "Okay, then I will leave this matter to you to handle. If it is done well, I can give you 1 bottle of ice water as a commission for every 10 bottles of water sold." Really, big brother, thank you so much. Big brother, please rest assured. Little brother, I will definitely make it beautiful for you. Read this message. Qin Tian didn't return either. Close the private chat interface. Make 18 plastic bottles and go to pick up the water in the water purifier. Even the wind is hot in hot weather. After moving a few times, the clothes on my body were wet with sweat. But this weather is not too difficult for Qin Tian, who has experienced it once in his previous life. In his previous life, his talent was mediocre. How can there be these sunshade canopies and ice water in the refrigerator? Just like most ordinary gods chosen ones. He imitated the practice of those old gods chosen in the time-space live broadcast room. Make a simple wooden shed with planks and iron nails as a summer house. Then place it next to the raft and hide in it. To survive. Enduring the heat, he had to sweat profusely and continue to open material barrels all over the world in this Novice Sea area. It was in the chat channel. I don't know how many God-chosen people complained, cried and complained. There are also those who have a good relationship to encourage each other and motivate each other to persevere. But many people chatted and chatted without any movement. The avatar disappeared forever in World of Warships. Thoughts slowly pulled back from the memory to reality. Looking around at everything he has now, a heartfelt smile bloomed on Qin Tian's face. He really thanked God for giving him such a chance to start all over again. Open the plane map with Detective technique. Qin Tian wanted to see if there would be another treasure chest floating around. Let alone the treasure chest. Not even a material barrel. In this situation, Qin Tian is also not interested in expending precious energy to do those useless work. Simply take out a bottle of ice-cold drinking water from the refrigerator. After taking a sip, lie on your back on the raft comfortably. Open the trading market and start browsing. He wanted to see if there was anything useful in it. Most of them are transactions for exchanging goods. Very few are objects made from synthetic skill books such as pots, bowls, and cups. It seems to be selling well. What caught Qin Tian's eye the most was an item at the bottom of the third page. That is a green quality solar electric boat engine propeller. The direct price is 2,000 wood or 50 bottles of water. Although Qin Tian was moved, but still hold back the desire to buy for the time being. Li Yangming is still making a fuss about the water in his hand. Let's have a look first. The result is such a brush. It just ran out of time. Wait until the private message, diddy, sounds in my mind. Only then did Qin Tian realize that it was already noon. Open the message. Sure enough, it was Li Yangming. Boss, I'm going to go to the chat channel, you look at the right time to enter. See this message. Qin Tian suddenly became energetic. Okay, I will pay attention. After Qin Tian finished replying, he opened the world chat channel. He wanted to see it too. How does this impulsive and passionate young man plan to attract Jade? Let those foreign devils beg him to sell ice water. My God, this extremely hot day is too hot. I didn't feel it when I watched the live broadcast before. This personal experience is simply unbelievable. I feel like I'm about to become dehydrated. Brothers of the Eurasian Federation, 30 rags for 60 wood, does anyone change it? I feel like I have heat stroke, and I feel dizzy and uncomfortable. Upstairs, hurry up and donate your supplies, or else it will be wasted. And at this moment, Li Yangming's head shot out. Oh, it's so cool, I'm alive again, and I was almost sent away by heat stroke. Fortunately, I begged the boss to get a bottle of ice water, although the price is a bit expensive. Hellman at Li Yangming. What ice water? God's chosen one of the Yanlong Empire, have you been hallucinating because your brain has been overheated? Hee, it's still ice water, you should be out of the novice sea area, and you can encounter glaciers. At this temperature, if you can drink cold water, I will lose. On the raft, Qin Tian was watching it with great interest. Then I heard the private message of, diddy, sound again. Open it and have a look. Li Yangming sent another message. Boss, let me ask, do you have that kind of ice water that is half frozen and half water? If you have any, lend me a bottle first, and I will take a photo and video and send it to the channel to shock those foreign devils. When Qin Tian saw this, he didn't blot out any ink. I found a bottle of water that met Li Yangming's requirements from the refrigerator and traded it directly. This bottle is for you, consider it a commission paid in advance. Li Yangming was overjoyed when he saw it. Thank you God Qin, just look at it. Send message. He turned on the camera and video recording function attached to the chat channel and took pictures of the bottle of water. After the shooting, I picked a satisfactory photo and a recorded video and sent it directly to the chat channel. Hey, you actually said that I was fooling you. Open your dog eyes and take a good look. Is this bottle of ice water in my hand? After seeing the half-frozen bottled water in the video and photo, the chat channel immediately exploded. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 36. Why don't you auction it off? Oh, my God, it's really ice water. Unbelievable, how can there be ice water in this weather? Even if it is a glacier, it will be melted at this temperature, right? Tiānxià at Li Yangming. Handsome guy, can you trade me a small piece of crushed ice? I am willing to exchange 10 units of flax. Wang Lun at Li Yangming. Boss, I also want to buy a piece of crushed ice. I will exchange it with 5 units of metal pieces. I feel like I am about to suffer from heat stroke. Boss must leave one for me. Hellman at Li Yangming. Oh, dear Mr. Li, I feel ashamed for questioning your behavior just now. I also want to buy a piece of crushed ice. I wonder if it is possible. Ralph at Hellman, traitor, you have lost the face of our Eurasian Federation. It's just a piece of broken ice. You don't deserve to be a man of our Eurasian Federation. Seeing that the betting is almost done, Li Yangming immediately said in the chat channel. You don't need to get excited. I bought this from the big man after spending 40 units of metal pieces to beg my grandpa to sue my grandma. I still want to spend this day comfortably with this bottle of ice water. See Li Yangming's message. While disappointed, many people hastily changed their minds. Song Zishu at Li Yangming. I understand, then I don't know brother, you bought it from that big guy. Can you private message me with that big guy's contact information? Or brother, you can help us ask, let that big guy hang some of this ice water in the trading market. Li Yangming at, don't be ridiculous, I still want to buy a bottle of this kind of ice water from that big guy every day to spend the next week. When the time comes, I will let you all buy it. What should I buy? The boss said that he doesn't have much of this kind of ice water in his hands now. Li, please help me to tell the story, the weather is really too hot, these ice water is used to save lives. Keith at Li Yangming, the person you mentioned should be from Yanlong, right? Shouldn't that person provide us with this kind of ice water for free? After all, there is an old saying in your Yanlong Empire that saving a life is better than building a 7-level pagoda. That's right, didn't your Yanlong Empire often provide us with assistance when we were in trouble? Yes, we are not the kind of people who are greedy for small gains and are unreasonable. We put the price of 10 units of materials on the trading channel. This will not only save our lives, but the person behind you can also harvest a lot of materials. This is win-win. Goddamn win-win. Qin Tian looked at this completely shameless remarks. I was annoyed and laughed at that time. That's why he asked Li Yangming to throw this brick. If only he showed up in person. I'm afraid the process will be more troublesome. After all, he is now on the blacklist at the Eurasian Federation. He didn't show up. Want to see how Li Yangming plans to solve this problem. And on a raft somewhere in the World of Warships. Li Yangming looked at the guys behind who appeared out of nowhere and continued to keep pace. On the contrary, the expression on his face was extremely happy. Waiting for you people who are greedy for petty gains. Seeing that the atmosphere has been enhanced almost. He first took screenshots of these pages of the chat interface. Then sent his own message. Question mark. Li Yangming at everyone. Those who clamored for giving away for free just now, don't be too happy. I have already taken a screenshot here. In World of Warships, you still want to take advantage of it for nothing. I really don't know how you survived so smoothly. Question mark. Li Yangming at everyone. Due to the greed and shamelessness of these people, I would suggest that the boss simply put the ice water up for auction. Those who posted the screenshots will not get the right to buy even if they participate in the auction. As soon as this information comes out, the entire chat channel immediately exploded. Auction. There is indeed an auction function in the trading market. Each chosen person can only have the right to use it once a month. Of course, this is not the point. The point is that they might need 40 or 50, up to 60 material prices to buy a bottle of ice water. But now once the auction is held, more than 100,000 people looted dozens of bottles of water. The atmosphere is up. Maybe a bottle of water will consume hundreds of units of resources. That's 2, 3 or even 4 times the premium. Don't, respected Li, we didn't say anything, you can't implicate all of us because of their shit. Kate at Li Yangming. Yes, we don't want to auction, we want to buy normally. Li Yangming at everyone. Oh, there is no way. If it is listed on the trading market, these people will definitely not stare at it honestly. I am also a buyer, I don't want to anger the boss because of you, and as a result, I myself will not be able to buy ice water for the next few days. If you want to blame those who only think about getting something for nothing. Question mark. Li Yangming at everyone. Or you can just figure out your own way. To be honest, I really don't want to get involved in this matter. Li Yangming advances by retreating. This scene made the countless foreign devils in the external live broadcast room immediately vomit blood from anger. This guy is too shameless. It is obvious that he colluded with that Qin Tian in this matter. And it was his own idea. Now he directs and acts on his own. Seeing a group of gods chosen in his family whispering kind words in the chat channel, many popular people directly dropped the cups in their hands. Chapter 37 Auction Countdown. Li, you don't remember villains. Don't be as knowledgeable as those bastards. Yes, let's auction it. Please help me. Tell that boss to hurry up. I'm really going to be heated to death. At this time, the temperature outside has reached almost 70 degrees. Just the hot wind that blows over the sea from time to time is enough to torture people to death. The water in the body evaporates quickly. No more cooling to relieve the heat. They feel like they probably won't last the day. Qin Tian has no opinion on this. He didn't expect Li Yangming to release the auction. This is definitely a surprise. He immediately opened the trading market. Find the auction house and spend 100 wood to rent auction room 1. And all 170 bottles of ice water were consigned in. Although water is a strategic commodity, but water is auctioned in the auction house. In World of Warships, this is really the first experience of a big girl sitting in a sedan chair. And the most important thing is that those who want to enter the auction hall need to spend 10 units of resources as tickets. Anyone willing to go in just entered with the determination to buy. At that time, those foreign devils will even know that the water is sold by themselves. It is estimated that I can only smash my teeth and swallow my tearful bid. Ha ha ha, that scene is comforting to think about. Qin Shen, it's okay, I feel that this wave of selling water will definitely explode. Get rid of those foreign devils in the chat channel. Li Yangming immediately sent a message to Qin Tian and said, ha ha ha, I also have a hunch, I've already done it, auction hall number 1, you can let them in. Satisfied, Qin Tian replied a message to the other party. After a whole morning, he froze another 40 bottles of water into the refrigerator. This time it's on the auction house. He got 120 bottles of drinking water that were almost completely frozen to ice. 50 bottles of drinking water, half ice and half water. Live broadcast based on the time and space I watched before. He knows that in extremely hot climates, most people prefer to buy water that has been frozen into full ice. It is a good choice whether it is to keep it cool or to sell crushed ice. Question mark. Li Yangming at everyone. Alright, that's all I can help you get. Originally, the big boss said that he froze more than 100 bottles of water for cooling at night when he goes to bed. Now he uses them all to trade. In the chat channel, saw this message from Li Yangming. Countless people couldn't help but have a strong curiosity about the big brother, he said. Who is this person? Extremely hot weather. Their hot sip of water wished they could divide it into 10 portions. And this person not only has the means of ice water. I even plan to put the frozen water around to cool it at night. Doesn't that mean that this person also holds a lot of water in his hand? Besides that Qin Tian, does Yanlong Empire have any other bosses? There was no wind at all before. This is too low-key. Many people from the Eurasian Federation murmured in their hearts. Only when they opened the auction house according to what Li Yangming said. Spend 10 units of resources to enter auction hall 1. After seeing the name of the owner of the room, the faces of countless gods chosen from the Eurasian Federation suddenly turned dark. Fuck, what is this guy? At this moment, the name of the owner of the room is precisely Qin Tian. Not so long ago they had heeded the call of Master Carl. The whole world searched for Qin Tian, and prepared to capture him alive and present him to the Honorable Master Carl, in exchange for the glory and wealth of World of Warships. But it's fine now. Because of an extremely hot climate, they had to contribute a wave of resources to each other again. Question mark. Damn it, we can't take pictures of these waters, I want to quit. Hey, what if you don't shoot? The money is coming in, so the 10 units of resources can't be wasted, right? Question mark. Throw away resources and you can't become an enemy. Are you going to go against Master Carl's wishes? I don't care what you think, I will participate in the auction anyway. I feel like I've already suffered from heat stroke. If there is no ice water to cool me down, I will probably die of heat stroke. Question mark. I'm not going out either, not to mention the preciousness of 10 units of resources. People have infinite possibilities only when they are alive, right? When you die, everything is gone. Question mark. HMPH, you are an enemy, you will regret it. Question mark. Ah, fuck, why can't I enter the auction hall? I'm just talking casually for fun. Please let me into the auction hall, I'm dying of heat, I need those ice cubes. In the chat channel, the people of the Eurasian Federation quarreled. The fact is indeed as Qin Tian thought. If not, come in. Maybe most of the foreign devils really just gritted their teeth and wouldn't come to buy his water. But now it has cost 10 units of resources to come in. Most people are reluctant to leave. And look at the bottle of drinking water frozen into ice in the list. It's even more so that they can't move their eyes. Now nothing is as important as those 170 bottles of ice water hanging above. And the 3-minute countdown for the auction preparation countdown was quickly cleared. The starting price of 170 bottles of water is also displayed. Poor wood 50 units. Low quality linen 50 units. Low quality plastic 50 units. Poor metal sheet 40 units. Rags 40 units. Expected price. Not too outrageous. See this for pricing. Many of them hated those whose ID was banned even more. If it weren't for those people's cheap mouths, they wanted to be cheap. How could they compete with everyone in the Novice Sea area for their financial resources here? Originally, we only needed to see who had the fastest hand speed. But now it depends on who has more resources on the raft. Chapter 38 Break through the fishing boat. With the countdown to the official auction of 3, 2, 1. The quantity of the 5 items following the list of 170 bottles of water immediately began to skyrocket. Because each price increase must not be less than 10 units. The amount of supplies behind each bottle of ice water quickly broke through 100. The growth rate of wood, flax and plastic has been over 180 before slowly slowing down. Metal pieces and rags slow down after 100. Such a crazy scene, not to mention the instigator Li Yang. Even Qin Tian couldn't help being dumbfounded when he saw it. This auction house. It's really easy to use. How much resources do you need to earn after filming this? Wait until the end of the 10-minute auction time. The amount of wood and flax in almost every bottle of water is 200. The number of metal pieces and rags ranges from 110 to 150. Can only say, competition is indeed the primary productive force. Looking at the huge pile of materials in the background of the trading market, Qin Tian was ecstatic in his heart. Low-quality wood 6,720. Low-quality linen 8,610. Poor-quality plastic 7,350. Poor-quality sheet metal 3,240. Rag 3,870. This is no longer a wave of fat that can be described. It's simply getting rich overnight. Although it will be difficult to have such an opportunity in the future. But this wave alone was enough to upgrade his raft to a medium-sized fishing boat. It seems that more efforts will be made on the auction house in the future. Hold back your excitement. Qin Tian first opened Li Yangming's profile picture and sent a message to ask. This operation is very good. You get a total of 17 bottles of water commission. I personally will give you 3 more bottles of water as rewards to make up the whole. So should I trade all the water to you now or how to do it? 20 bottles of water are nothing compared to the resources you get. Received a message from Qin Tian. Li Yangming's face flushed with excitement. Thank you Qin Shen, thank you so much. Boss, can I get 5 bottles first, and then put the rest in your refrigerator for the time being? Question mark. Okay, no problem, let me know when you need it. Qin Tian readily agreed. After trading 5 bottles of water frozen into ice cubes for the other party, he left him alone. Although I don't know how talented Li Yangming is. But judging from the other party's style of doing things, it belongs to the kind of hot-blooded and angry youth, and the kind with a good mind. It can be properly cultivated. After all, Yanlong Empire really needs a lot of outstanding rising stars now. He can't let his wife and daughter have to face those terrifying alien creatures alone in this world. He does know, those high-level guys are getting more and more scary one by one. Shaking his head, he put those things behind him. With a thought, he opened the trading market. Look at those resources in the background. He directly chose to extract. Instantly, originally cleaned up by him, the neat raft was suddenly filled with a huge amount of supplies. The 5 piles of materials are like 5 hills. Each pile nearly covered the roof of the canopy. This sudden, extremely shocking scene immediately broke the defenses of the foreign devils in the live broadcast room. Too much. These 5 piles of supplies were all sent to the door by the god chosen from their various empires. If there is no such accident as the auction, Qin Tian's 170 bottles of water sold at most 1 or 2,000 units for each item. But now, look at the size of the 5 piles of supplies. It is estimated that at least 6 or 7,000, or even 7 or 8,000 units. And Qin Tian's sighed. He didn't dare to delay for fear that the pile of supplies would fall into the sea. Use detective to open the property panel of the raft. Find the final advancement table and watch it. Advanced advancement. 120 high-quality wood, 120 high-quality flax, 120 high-quality nails, which can be advanced into the best fishing boat, small. Without the slightest hesitation, he immediately opened the synthesis panel to synthesize. Consume 480 low-quality wood to synthesize 120 high-quality wood. Consume 480 inferior flax to synthesize 120 fine flax. Consume 480 low-quality metal pieces to synthesize 120 high-quality metal pieces. Then use these 120 high-quality metal pieces to make 120 high-quality nails. The materials are complete. After seeing the option of advanced appeared later, he immediately chose to advance. May I ask if the captain consumes 120 high-quality wood, 120 high-quality linen, and 120 high-quality nails to advance the raft? Yes. Qin Tian nodded. Ding! It is detected that the raft is equipped with an epic canopy. May I ask if it should be fused? At this time, the voice of the will of the planet suddenly appeared to ask again. Is there even a question? Of course I chose to merge. Fusion. Qin Tian confirmed. That is a treasure that can add an additional 800 HP. How could it not be? And as his voice fell, the brand new materials that had just been synthesized on the raft disappeared immediately. The raft under his feet was also shrouded in golden light. Qin Tian looked at the pile of supplies that had barely shrunk. I can't help feeling a little worried in my heart. I hope his raft can grow 2 or 3 meters after breaking through. Otherwise, there would be no place to put his pile of supplies. It is said that there are no identical warships in World of Warships. Because the battleship of the Chosen One breaks through every big realm. It will be planned and adjusted according to the overall strength of the battleship before the breakthrough. The stronger the strength, after the breakthrough, the body size increases even more. The appearance will also be more refined. But there are exceptions. Chapter 39 The Hope of the Country's Future. The exception is the mediocre ship. It was like this in his last life. Because there is nothing special about it. So after breaking through, his fishing boat was a small fishing boat 6 to 7 meters long and less than 3 meters wide. The only thing that relieved him at that time was the addition of a very simple wooden boat canopy. How much can play a role in sheltering from wind and rain? But in this life his raft is so powerful. After breaking through into a fishing boat, it should be larger in size. He never thought about it. Someday in World of Warships. I actually feel headaches and troubles because of too many supplies. About 5 or 6 minutes passed. The golden light gradually dissipated. Wait until the hull under the feet reveals the whole picture. In the studio, all the people watching this scene couldn't calm down. WTF, this breaks through into a fishing boat. How many days did it take? This Qin Tian's ability to collect materials is too terrifying. Nonsense, can you be strong? His only talent at the SSS level obviously has a radar function. Our chosen one kills 4 or 5 barrels a day. What about this guy? 7 or 8 a day, and occasionally open a treasure chest. Do you think the gap is not too big? Zyba, it's so annoying. The most important thing is that this guy is lucky. He released 2 boat crossbows, water purifiers, stoves, refrigerators, and even more outrageous treasures that can speed up time. I never knew that there were so many good things in the novice sea territory. Aside from these things, is the will of the planet wrong? This is a medium-sized fishing boat, right? Why would the will of the planet upgrade this Yanlong directly into a medium-sized fishing boat? Question mark. How could the will of the planet go wrong? I think it's probably because Qin Tian's overall strength of the raft is too strong, so the will of the planet directly increased the size of his boat after the breakthrough. Fact, the addition is too exaggerated. The length is more than 10 meters at least. The first captain of the lighthouse, Reese Duke, was only 8 meters long when he broke through into a fishing boat, right? Oh, there is no way. This God's chosen one of the Yanlong Empire is indeed very lucky, as if he has been favored by the goddess of luck. But there is one thing to say, the appearance of this ship is really beautiful, it looks like a work of art. And at this time, Zhongzhou Military Base Stationed Area. Class 1, Grade 1, Qingxi Primary School. Qin Xiaoxiao, who was in class, listened to the lecture and carefully wrote the new words with a pencil. Suddenly, the raft imprint on her forehead suddenly became hot. Then a bright golden light burst out. The extremely bright golden light instantly rendered the entire classroom in a piece of gold. This sudden vision attracted everyone's attention, including the teacher. Qin Xiaoxiao closed his eyes. Under the shroud of golden light, that delicate and pretty little face is like a little fairy descending from the 9 heavens. It is full of holy and ethereal sacred atmosphere. I don't know how many people in the class were fascinated by this little boy who was shocked by Qin Xiaoxiao. Wait until the golden light dissipates. Everyone saw Qin Xiaoxiao's forehead. The mark that was originally just a raft turned into a magical but exquisite wooden boat. Wow, Qin Xiaoxiao, the mark on your head has become a boat. The shape of this boat is so beautiful, much better than my father's advanced one. TCH, what kind of aesthetics does your dad have? You see how handsome Qin Xiaoxiao's father is, and he is a person with a full level of aesthetics. I have decided that Qin Xiaoxiao's father will be my super idol in the future. Quote. And me, Qin Xiaoxiao, I watch your father's live broadcast every day after school. Okay, everyone, sit back in your seats. The upgrade of Qin Xiaoxiao's father in World of Warships is something we should celebrate. Everyone knows that the aliens have listed our Yanlong Empire as the first target to be eliminated. Our elders fought bloody battles in the World of Warships. As the gods bound by them, you not only shoulder their high hopes, at the same time, it also carries all the hope of the country. So children, you still have a lot to learn. The future belongs to you. You must not only have strong strength to resist aliens, but also have sufficient strategic awareness and wisdom. The head teacher seized this opportunity to encourage and educate. Let these children all show a firm look. If you look carefully, you can find that they all have battleship marks on their foreheads. Click, clatter. But at this moment, a sound of cracking and falling apart suddenly interrupted the serious atmosphere. Everyone turned to look. I saw Qin Xiaoxiao sitting on the stool. At a loss, he looked at the teacher on the podium. In front of her, broken desks were scattered all over the floor. Xiaoxiao, your strength has just crossed a big realm, and you must not be able to adapt now. Let's go. The teacher will take you to the training room to find a coach to familiarize yourself with your strength. Students, you should review by yourself first. Finished. Wearing a military uniform, the young and beautiful head teacher stepped off the podium, took Qin Xiaoxiao's little hand and walked out of the classroom. The thick bangs sway in the steps. An exquisite battleship imprint was faintly revealed. And in World of Warships, Qin Tian looked at the new boat under his feet. All the worries in my heart turned into deep surprises. Chapter 40 Ship Engine Propeller. This is too big. Qin Tian walked around the fishing boat with strides. It was found that the overall length of the hull definitely exceeded 10 meters. It is almost 5 meters wide. The position of the bow is a bit higher. Then extend to the side panels on both sides in a gradually downward wavy curve. When it reaches the stern of the ship, it bends slightly upward again. This type of ship made Qin Tian involuntarily want to install a ram in front. As for the cabin, it is in the second half of the hull. Maybe it's the reason for the incorporation of the epic canopy. The cabin is divided into upper and lower floors. The several meter-long ceiling extends from the middle of the cabin. A natural sun shading area was built for Qin Tian. To be honest, he really never thought that his raft would turn out to be such a large and exquisite fishing boat after breaking through. There were 5 piles of materials that had almost no place to put them. It doesn't seem so crowded on the deck now. But Qin Tian didn't intend to stop. So many supplies are not needed, so why not keep them for the new year? And it takes up too much space. So he lowered his head and continued to use the divine detective technique on the fishing boat. Question mark. Name: small fishing boat. Question mark. Tonnage: 45 tons. Health volume: 3000. Question mark. Attack: 159. Question mark. Defense: 70. Ordinary advancement: low quality wood 500, low quality plastic 600, low quality nails 300, low quality metal sheet 100, can be advanced into a medium-sized fishing boat. Ordinary. Note: install any driver to advance. High quality goods advanced: ordinary wood 600, ordinary plastic 800, ordinary nails 300, ordinary metal sheet 100, can be advanced into a medium-sized fishing boat. Excellent. Note: install any drive to advance. Advanced advancement: high quality wood 600, high quality plastic 500, high quality nails 300, high quality metal sheet 100, can be advanced into a medium-sized fishing boat. Extreme. Note: install any drive to advance. After reading the materials needed for the advancement of the fishing boat under your feet, Qin Tian only felt a burst of shock and pain. Knew it. After breakthrough advanced, upgrading materials again becomes explosive growth. And what does the installation driver marked after this advanced mean? Does it mean that the current fishing boats cannot move? Qin Tian looked around at his fishing boat. Okay. Such a big guy. I'm afraid no matter how big the paddle is, it won't work. In the previous life, he opened a green treasure chest and opened a paddle. After the raft is upgraded to a fishing boat, it can still be rowed. But now my ship has a full 45 tons. Its size and tonnage are probably not bad for a medium-sized fishing boat. No wonder such a big boat can be rowed by oars. But where can I drive it myself? Opening treasure chests in the novice sea area will not reveal any power devices. Could it be that he advanced ahead of time this time? Played yourself to death with this hand. In the next 3 weeks or so, you can only rely on fishing boats to float on this sea by yourself. Although there is a water purifier, he doesn't have to worry about supplies. But wouldn't there be so many treasure chests and the ultimate novice sea equipment that he had been thinking about all this time? That is an orange quality dual-mounted naval gun. If you can strengthen it after you get it, even if battleships are used, I am afraid it will be fine. Qin Tian really wanted to cry but had no tears. Just when he was mad with regret, suddenly a flash of inspiration came to my mind. He remembered the green quality ship engine propeller he saw when he browsed the trading market in the morning. Although it is just an external thruster, the drive is always fine. If green doesn't work, then strengthen it into an epic head office, right? Think here. Qin Tian immediately opened the trading market and searched for it. Page 3. No. 4th page. Nor. What's the situation? Was it bought by someone else? It shouldn't be. Qin Tian dismissed this idea immediately. Whether it's 2,000 wood or 50 bottles of water, it is not a small number for the rookie gods chosen at this stage. It shouldn't be that easy to sell. After stabilizing his mind, he continued to flip backwards. Finally, I saw the external thruster at the bottom of the 7th page. Without any hesitation, he bought it directly with 2,000 wood. This moment, A candidate for the goddess of the chocolate country who was thousands of miles away jumped up in surprise. "Oh, my god, that thruster is actually sold. That's great, so my raft can be directly upgraded to a large raft." Teresa originally thought that the damaged thruster would fall into dust in her hands. But who would have thought it would be sold? And at this time Qin Tian. It is to extract the propeller of the solar electric boat engine. 1.5 tall, a pure black thruster with a handle appeared on the deck. Qin Tian immediately used divine detective technique to check. Item: solar electric boat engine thruster. Quality: green. Efficacy: hanging on the back of the boat can drive a boat under 10 tons. Introduction: this is an external thruster that can free your hands, but it can only be used for 1 hour a day if the battery is damaged, and it can only be charged in the sun for the rest of the time. Ordinary advancement: low quality plastic 100, low quality metal sheet 100, shark teeth 10, can be advanced to blue advanced propeller. High quality goods advanced: ordinary plastic 200, ordinary metal sheet 200, great white shark teeth 20, can be advanced into purple epic thrusters. Advanced advancement: 200 high quality plastics, 200 high quality metal sheets, 30 top quality white shark king teeth, which can be advanced into orange legendary thrusters. Thank you for watching. Continue exploring the fascinating world of Chinese novels with us. Hit that subscribe button on Chinese Novel Audiobook to stay updated with our latest stories. And never miss out on a great listen.